I'm preparing for a new summer. Extra 16 in the clip for some new drummer. Yeah, I do this for Karima and my mama kids. Never had nothing, why they gotta hate mama's kids? Me against the world, got me feeling like Osama kids. This is for my niggas who going or doing the bid. Rest in peace when you come home, we doing it big. The streets ain't safe no more, they know where you live. Got cameras on the block like every other stoplight. Plus they give it 20 for 8 and assists. I see why my niggas like them blunts and blaze the fists for the shit we go through when we 8 and assists. Yeah, pots is empty, refrigerators is missing. Throw on a pair of slacks, but Jack won't hide me. And if Jack won't do it, then the crack gon' do it. Every morning up at dawn, them packs get the moving. Yes, it's a risk that we gotta take, but when the system made against you, can't look towards the stake. Gotta expand the business, move this way. That's the only time we look towards the stakes. Yes, like I know it's hard, little brother, keep your head up. You won't make it far, young brother. I know. Watch your back, motherfucker. When you step, motherfucker, be the closer nigga to you that you know. Stay away from these bitches. Stay focused on your riches, cause they focus on your riches. Lie. Pay attention, getting bread up the pistol on the legs. Bro, get you like the bed, bro. Let's go.
If it was up to me, we all be living our dreams, but we gotta get past the first and 15. The streets ain't never like they used to be, but from state to the lake, this is home to me. Even if you ain't noticed that the streets have changed, believe me, my homies, they ain't the same. From ballers to buses, this is all I see. From state to the lake, this is home to me.
Look, yeah, Pops, he came back home off the fact that I'm already grown. Anything could've taught me, man, I learned on my own. I gotta look like I gotta be strong. And I can sit here and tell you ass about my dog days, when I was waking up and Pops sleeping in them hallways. Man, stay like, look, man, tomorrow pays. My nosy neighbors fucking calling me creep, but they don't know I gotta hustle to eat. And they'll know if they took a day to walk and fuck the shoe on my feet. I got a lot of fucked stuff in my sneaks. I've been running them every day of the week. I'm bringing it though I ain't getting no sleep. I got a little daughter, talk to her, I need a lawyer. Mama don't think that I'ma be a good supporter. This shit is out of order. The city I'm from, Chicago, from state to the lake, they got no bucks to borrow. This why I'm trying to come up as soon as tomorrow. Driving Lamborghini Diablos, cause my life ain't nothing but pain. So learn the hook if your life be the same, cause in the game ain't nothing changed but the players.
Ain't nothing changed but the motherfucking play.
I
gotta grab my charger.
That was some old music from about like 10 or 15 years ago.
Little class. Something like
something like
man, folks, you recorded that yesterday, man. You recorded that yesterday.
That shit old as hell.
That shit hot though. That shit hot.
Good luck. What's good, peoples? Welcome to a Tuesday night of State of Gaming. We just, another pop-up show. I've been a little busy, but wanted to get a show in this week, and then hopefully another one by the weekend. But it's some things to talk about today. Some news came out. I want to go over this interview that Xbox put out with Craig Duncan, who is now the new head of Xbox Game Studios. I don't know who Craig Duncan is. He was previously the head of Rare. He was the head of Rare, and now he's transitioned to be head of all Microsoft Studios. So similar to the position Phil was in. I think in the 360 era into the
So you got a promotion.
360 era into the Xbox One era. Yes. So he got a we got some other news. Fable got delayed. Which I already knew it was gonna get delayed. I want to talk about that, and then I also want to talk about the multi-platform portion of the conversation. Let me mute this brother. I don't look like he in the
Hey, that's right. Slamming microwave doors.
That brother sound like he's in the warehouse packaging right now.
My bad.
Yeah, so I'll talk about that, and then any other news, man. But before we do that, this is pretty much like the first time we have gathered on time. So I just want to give ourselves a round of applause. We didn't
Clap
have
it up, clap it up.
4 hours
Yeah.
go by today. But I ain't talked to you guys in a minute. So what y'all been up to, man?
Oh man, gaming. I've been on that Avowed. Am I coming through clear?
Yes, you coming through clear now.
Coming through clear. I've been on that Avowed, bro. That Avowed is amazing.
We need to talk about that because you know
Yes.
what? I haven't done. The last game I beat was Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, and I still haven't booted up Indiana Jones, and I still haven't booted up Avowed. So I know probably you and Mello probably already beat Indiana Jones, and you're in the process of beating Avowed, right?
Well, here's the thing with Indiana Jones. My playthrough is bugged, bro. Like, there's a man. I'm achievement hunter, and I can't. I'm stuck. There's a like you have to put these cog puzzles, and these cog pieces and like several puzzles in a little jungle area. And in my game, they're deactivated, so I can't pick up the cogs. And I could go ahead and just go through and beat the game, but I was hoping the patch would fix it. They just Bethesda just dropped the patch for Indiana Jones, but it didn't. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead, bite the bullet, beat the game, and I'll decide if I'm gonna play through it again just for that one achievement. But
Wait, hold on. Hold on. You you haven't beat the game because of one achievement?
yeah, cause one achievement, I'm petty like that, bro. I'm petty like that.
Can't you beat it and go back to it and try to
Nah, I gotta start over with a new playthrough because it's bugged.
because from the save.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then I will have not only do that piece, I will have to still because bro, like I'm 100%, bro. I've been clearing all, like if you look at the map, bro, I cleared everything. Just like I did Ghost Recon Wildland, bro, I cleared everything. And it's got me a little pissed off. So I haven't beat it. I'm right there at the end. But with Avowed, I'm in the third area, which is like a desert area. I don't want to spoil like the story, but yeah, man,
how
amazing,
you liking it so far? Because I've seen some mixed reaction on social media. I've seen people trying to compare the combat to God of War, which is two different genres. I've seen people try to compare it to Skyrim, which is it wasn't made to be a Skyrim-like game. What's your opinion on the game so far?
The combat is amazing, bro. Like if you watch somebody on like IGN, this is the problem with gaming media. They let people that don't know how to play games, like put these videos out. Yeah, but if you know how to mix up your combat and your moves, this game is solid, bro. I'm tossing grenades, throwing spells, switching between weapons, like going to work. The combat is like the best part of the game. That and the exploration. When you compare it to Skyrim, it does feel a little RPG. Like you're not like going around pickpocketing people and collecting bounties. Like there's no bounties on your head for committing crimes in the town, but it does everything. What it does superb. So it's a great game. If we sit here and compare games with what other games are doing, then we'll always be disappointed. But if we just respect games for what it is and appreciate the things that they do, yeah.
In terms of the vision that the developers had for the game,
right?
Judge it based on that and not what you're trying to compare, based on the expectations that you had for it. I never seen Obsidian come out anything regarding to Avowed saying this is our new future version or some version of Skyrim. They never brought up Skyrim. They never brought up any the only games that they brought up that Avowed is in relation to is that top-down game. What's the one?
Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah. Now
that's the game. I mean, it shares the same universe. It's just
that's what I'm saying. It's in the same universe. And I've seen that the tweet on Twitter, on X, where the guy was saying, "Well, you can't pickpocket, you can't go inside of houses or buildings and that. Oh, look at the NPC."
Well, you can. You can't go in houses and build. So there's a lot of things that
It's
people
just
are
no
saying you can't do, and you
consequences
can.
for it.
You
Mhm.
can.
Yeah.
Well, no, even the dialogue choices, like there
Mhm.
is consequences in the game. At least they bring up like decisions you
Mhm.
made. I haven't gone through beat the game several times, but they do make
Mhm.
reference to choices you made in the game, and
Mhm.
you do see some of the aftermath. Not like on a Fallout level, but you do
Mhm.
see some of the aftermath of the decisions you made. But I mean, it's just a really good RPG, really good game. Um, I don't know, man. I've heard several complaints and stuff from different people, and I'm playing the game like I don't get what you're seeing because I've heard somebody say there's no feedback from the combat, but when I'm hitting my enemies, they flinch. I mean,
Mhm.
if you go into an area where there's
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah, they
the enemies
set
are
you
higher
down.
level than you or higher level enemies than you, then yeah, I mean you're getting one shot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I
Heck,
mean
you
I
can
attack
knock
them,
a
they
person
flinch.
out of their attack. You can
Yeah,
knock a
you can throw
person out of their attack in the game.
this there's crowd control and all type of stuff. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
even an
and
animation like a finisher animation
Yeah.
for enemies.
but and yeah, and I definitely understand, but that just points out the hypocrisy because I've seen a video where they was doing a video comparison where they was walking up to NPCs and they was like swinging through them and things like that. But it's a number of games that do that. Spider Man do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You talk about the bugs
right.
in Spider Man.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and I think this often applies to Xbox games where when they come out, especially the big double A's and triple A's that Microsoft is really pushing, where the media in the gaming community turns nitpicky, and then
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to PlayStation, it's a whole different they don't bring up none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of the things that they nitpick Xbox games for shows up in those places, shows up in PC games, PlayStation games, it shows up in all other games, but they tend to be nitpicky when it comes to Xbox. It's no different than with Halo Infinite when they was running around shooting the fruit when King Thrash was bringing up the physics and
Oh
all
my
that shit.
god.
That shit is, you know what I'm saying? It's wild, but it's crazy to see. Mellow,
What down, fam? What's
what's
going
been up
on?
with you, man? What you been playing? I know you beat Indiana Jones. I want to get your perspective on that, how you liked it. And then are you playing the Val, how far you are in the game? You ain't got to do no spoilers, but what's your opinion on the game so far?
Okay, for Indiana Jones, I definitely beat it. I enjoyed every bit of Indiana Jones. And this is coming from a person that isn't an Indiana Jones fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Huh?
I wasn't the one that had
What?
watched like all of the
Wait,
Indiana
huh?
Jones movies and stuff.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold on.
I probably watched like two Indiana Jones movies.
Wait, hold on.
Maybe one and a
Wait,
half
wait,
because
wait, wait,
I
wait, wait, wait,
definitely
wait, wait,
didn't
wait, wait, wait,
finish
wait,
it.
wait, wait. We're gonna sidetrack right here. Is
Wait, what?
is that a Kendrick Lamar avatar in
Ah.
your box player? That's what we doing.
Hey, brother, you not like us.
That what we doing?
You not like us,
I
brother.
don't want to be like y'all.
You
I
should
don't want
be.
to be like y'all.
What is
And
that?
you didn't. I told you to get that OV hoe out of there, and you switched it to BBL Drizzy. You know what? Hey, you know what? I'm through. Go
I'm
ahead and
great.
finish, brother. Go ahead and finish.
I'm greedy.
Go ahead and finish.
But
That I'm surprised you ain't watching no Indiana Jones movies.
yeah, I don't know, man. It wasn't something I was into when I was younger, so I kind
But
of
did
missed that whole era.
but did you ever get a chance to go back and watch it?
No, not at all.
It won't hit the same.
Yeah, it probably would. I don't know. I'll probably take the time to go check it out with the
I
kids or
think you
something. But
should. I think you should, man.
at this point, nah. But
Yeah.
for a person that haven't wasn't into them like that,
Mhm.
this game was very dope, very clean. I
Okay.
like the story. Um, it was worth the play through. Um, as far as a Val, I'm playing a Val, of course. Um, I'm not doing a Noah. I'm sorry. I'm running straight through the story. I got my football helmet on, and I'm just full on quarterback blessing the whole situation. I
Uh,
don't even know the story really. I ain't did no side missions, but I'm enjoying the game. Like Noah said, he was spot on. Comeback is on point. The character development is fire. Um, Even switching through weapons and stuff is good. It's an actually good game. Like you can't take nothing from it. Really, it's like really no real negatives in my opinion.
Okay.
But of course, people gonna nitpick and do their thing. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be done with it in time because Monster Hunter Wild is about to drop.
What?
So I might be putting it on the side a little bit. You feel me? Yeah.
You could drop a valve for Monster. How many
Bro,
Monster Hunter games you've played?
I've been playing Monster Hunter since PS2.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you a fan.
I'm a fan. My homie that I used to kick it with, his father was in the military. Went to Japan, got some games, brought them home, played it on that PS2, been hooked ever since.
That's crazy. I just talked to my homie today because he building him a game room. He just got every this dude that went and found every fucking game system that's been created, and he done made a GTA wall. He done got a Nintendo section, a Xbox section.
He got a Sega CD, Sega Saturn.
He got everything, Dreamcast, all that. Then he got the shit modded. He went and got CRT TVs, and then he got it. He just showed me a PlayStation 2 from Japan. The big white horizontal box with PSX on it that got the USB drive on that bitch. That bitch can burn CDs and do all that shit. So I gotta help him out. Well, allegedly, he want me to help him.
You ain't gotta be ashamed of it.
Make some modifications to it. You know what I'm saying? So
you want to upgrade. You want to do an upgrade.
Yeah, but it's clean though. It's clean. It's a clean Japanese version. I gotta help him mod it because right now it only reads Japanese disc. But when we go in there and do the modification, it'll be able to read American disc and things like that. But it's the first time really seeing it up close. Motherfucking PS2 huge than a motherfucker, look like a big ass VCR or Blu-ray player. You know what I'm saying?
Betamax.
Yeah, but and it's crazy though, because that's all he been playing. He got like the Series X, PlayStation 5 Pro, VR, all the hardware from all the companies. And now that he got a lot of the old, that's all he been playing. He ain't even playing the new shit. He just been going back to playing those.
I wonder how much that ran.
That PlayStation 160.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, that one. It had to take a while for him to get it because it had to come from Japan. But he just showed that motherfucker clean. I'm talking about clean. That bitch stand like brand new. But yeah, I'm gonna pop up over there because he like,
bought it
man,
from a private owner or.
Oh no, I gotta go over there because he like, man, yo, if you want to do podcasting in this room or anything like that, you can do it, have all this shit. He got lights, man. Wait till I show. I'm gonna record that shit and go over there and show. This nigga got like all types of shit, man. But yeah. We're going ahead and finish, Mello. You finna dump a valve from Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I gotta drop a valve for Monster Hunter. I haven't even got into Warhammer Rogue Trader. I was trying to play that. Bro, it's so many games. Like, people
too much
don't understand how many games are out right now when it comes to Xbox and Game Pass.
Yeah.
Bro, you will go 1 week and within that same week they either stealth drop the game or something is coming out on the road. It's crazy.
And that's why, well, we're gonna talk about Fable, but it's more than one reason why Fable got pushed back. They're gonna tell you that it's a lot of games coming out, but we're gonna talk about the real reason why that shit got pushed back. I don't think y'all gonna like it though. Let's first, before we do that, I want to talk about this. I want to.
Hey, wait. Well, before you jump into that, let me say this. I got a vow. If anybody told you they put a couple hours in, they ain't like the combat, I'm buying. How about now?
Yeah, you good now?
Okay. Now just saying, if anybody tell you they play for a few hours, they ain't like the combat, man, bro. You have to level your combat up, bro. You don't even start off with you gotta level your attack stuff and earn certain attacks. So it's a lot of hate on this game, man. It's a lot of hate. But carry on, bro. That's all I want to say.
Hate. Unnecessary.
I mean, it's gonna be all good. Everything will be good when a Valve launch on PlayStation next year.
Nigga, what?
They'll be good when a Valve launch on PlayStation next year.
Okay.
Yeah, you spit facts. I mean, it'll be good then. We'll see the real score.
Huh? Is this
every game coming, brother?
PlayStation, like, was it supposed to be a time exclusive or something?
No, I'm telling you that a Valve is gonna launch on PlayStation next year.
I don't know, man.
And it's gonna be PS5 Pro and okay, and it's gonna be PS5 Pro enhanced.
You sure about that?
I'm 100% sure.
Man, who you been talking to? Because
I ain't been talking to
the street.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you that a Valve is gonna launch on PlayStation next year.
Ain't no more way, boy.
You gonna believe it? I'm telling you. Yeah.
Why you always lying?
Okay, shout out to Master Sim 40 with the $5. Hey, Post Noah and Mello. I like what I saw from Fable. Hopefully, it's an early 2026 release. I think that's depending on where GTA is coming out next year, because I don't think GTA is going to make 2025. And then we got Master Sim 40 with the $2 again. Ponies and some bots crying like Fable is canceled. Yeah, they're happy. They'll be happy next year too, because I think Fable is going to launch on both systems next year. But we're gonna talk about that.
You to stop this line and this foolery that you.
Hello. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. All that Fable shit gonna go out the window.
This is state of gaming. This ain't broadband bullet. We ain't got a lot of kicking, my nigga.
Bro, I am not okay. Look, all I'm saying is this. Just look. It's obvious, isn't it? It's obvious. They told y'all there's no red lines, right? So they already got what coming out this year. They already got like about 4 or 5 games coming out. They got Forza.
I know Forza.
They got
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that's going to PlayStation this year. They got Forza. They got Outer Worlds 2. Going to PlayStation here. They got the RTS. What's that shit? They just announced for PlayStation.
Age of Empire.
Age of Empire. It's one more.
Yeah.
It's one more. It's like 4 or 5 games coming out.
Outside of Forza, who gives?
Okay.
Post out here clickbait.
I'm not clickbait. Look. Phil told y'all there's no red lines. He said everything. They pretty much said everything is gone. So why not expect those games to go?
Post. Come on, man. Come on.
This is what I want you to do.
Come back like this, man.
Hey, this is what I want you to do. I want you to clip this, Mello. I want you to keep this in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say I told your motherfucking ass, I'm gonna say I told your motherfucking ass.
You said Drake won that rap battle too.
I'm telling you
that was wrong.
I'm telling you that a Valve is gonna hit PlayStation next year.
Oh man!
And I'm telling you, if Fable come out in 2026, more than likely that's a PlayStation version for it.
Man,
I think it's gonna be a staggered release.
Who release?
Oh, y'all
a staggered release.
Y'all think they gonna do like okay? Y'all think okay? Hold on. I didn't even want to jump into. We could jump into this. Hold on.
So you think Fable gonna launch day and date?
Right
on PlayStation.
Fable day and date on PlayStation.
It's not gonna launch day and date. Nah.
Doom is launching day and date. The Outer Worlds is launching day and date.
The previous all the previous Dooms did too.
Yeah, we talking about Fable here. You talking about Fable gonna be day and date, and I'm finna timestamp this.
Wait, hold on. First of all, I didn't say it was going to be day and date. I
Oh,
said, hold on. I said
Uh,
that more than likely there's going to be a PlayStation version of it next year.
all right,
whatever.
Fable.
I don't care about that. We
So,
say
what you're
day
saying
and
is
date.
if it launch early in the year, then the PlayStation version might launch like holiday season, holiday 2026,
2027. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
2027.
care about that
Not like
mess.
I mean that's possible. That's possible. That's
they did.
possible.
Look at what it was. 3 months between Indiana Jones. 3 months, 6 months.
Man, Indiana Jones was different.
Yeah,
Indiana
about three
Jones
months.
was already in
Indiana
the works
Jones one
allegedly.
different.
It
I
was
think
already
I
in the
think
works
See
allegedly.
what y'all
I think they're
forgetting.
trying to see how Blade. I think they're trying
Ain't
to see how the stagger releases.
Yeah,
ain't nothing.
If
like
Indiana
what's the
Jones
name said,
stagger
Outer
release works,
World One was already in
Ain't nothing to see
multi-plat.
no
Like,
more. They
come
got all
on,
the numbers they need.
come
What
on,
do they need
man.
to
no,
keep
no,
seeing?
no more,
They've been
no.
lying to
Listen,
y'all from the jump. Why would look?
no. Listen. This is what I'm saying is, I think they're going to use Indiana Jones as a prototype to see if they want to launch Blade day and date or release it or do a stagger release 3 months later, like they did Indy Jones.
You brothers are calling a wheelhouse. You brothers, let
Nah,
me tell you
man.
something.
Bro,
It
Let me tell
depends
you
on the
something.
developer. And certain developers, it
Hey,
makes
let me
sense.
tell you,
Like
ain't no
the
certain
Outer
shit.
World
That shit
people,
is. Oh,
like you said, Outer World One was already multi-plat. So two coming out multi-plat, it makes sense. But Fable, day and date, or within the same calendar year, nah, no, no.
you don't think it's gonna happen?
I don't
I
think
think
Fable is
Okay,
released day and date for
question,
PlayStation or in the
question.
same calendar
How
year.
long
No.
has Fable been in development?
Should have been like 8 years.
since Forza
5 8
Horizon 5, ain't it?
years. Should have been 5 or 8 years.
And why?
Well, one, they rolled out a terrible game that they was coming out with the concept before and they scrapped it. And then they went back to the drawing board again.
Uh-huh. And what else?
That's all I know of it, per se, really, for the most part.
See, this is what you motherfuckers ain't seeing.
Mm.
Back when we was doing back when I was on my lawyer shit, you know what I'm saying? And I had to speak to them regulators to get that Activision deal pushed through. You know what I'm saying? The multi-platform plan had already been in the works. Sea of Thieves was already being developed for the PS5. Forza Horizon 5 was already being developed for the PS5 back then. So if you're telling me if they was doing that back then, and you don't think any of the other studios had made the change to multi-platform, you don't think at doing development that Starfield, the PlayStation version, they continue to work on that, it never stopped. You don't think in terms of when they was working on Forza Horizon 5, because Forza Horizon 5 dropping on the PlayStation out of the blue, they didn't just bring that over a couple of months ago. That shit, they've been working on that shit for years back then. So if they've been doing that
Oh,
for that, they
we're not
already.
disputing that post,
I'm about
But
to
I'm
say,
telling
but
you,
Post,
but I'm telling you,
speaking your chest out.
we
We
hold
not
still
on,
believe it's
disputing
going to
that,
be
hold
brother.
on.
we're just
All
saying it's going to be staggered. We're just saying it's going to be a staggered release, bro. That's all.
I'm telling you, that I'm telling y'all to look. Look, I'm telling y'all.
Where's South of Midnight? If South of Midnight drop day and date, then I know. Okay,
South of
I'm like,
Midnight
yeah,
not
every
gonna
game's
yeah,
out
drop.
there.
South of
exactly. I'll
Midnight
be
not
like,
gonna drop
yeah.
day and day, and more than likely, South of Midnight gonna hit PlayStation next year too.
But that's next year.
Yeah,
That's not
but it's
this
staggered.
year.
We're
It's
saying
staggered.
staggered from the release.
You keep proving our point, Post. That's what we're saying. It's not going to be a day and day release, regardless of what backdoor situations they may or may not have going on with these
Uh,
development of the games.
no,
It's
no.
not day and date.
What I
Look,
said,
bro.
I said there might be a PlayStation version of Fable next year, and y'all instantly said not day and date. I didn't even bring
Right.
up day and date.
Post,
All I said
because if you
was that
That's what we
that
saying, post.
Post, you just said a Fable is coming out for PS5 next year. They
No,
just
When
said, hold on. They
hold
just said
on.
that they
I
delayed
said,
Fable till next year.
I
And
said,
what we're saying is it's not releasing on
no, I
PS5
said there might,
next
I
year.
said more than likely there will be a PlayStation version of Fable next year.
And we're
no, this is
saying
our
no.
argument. If the Xbox version getting delayed 1 year, the PS5 version getting delayed for 2 years.
Thank you.
It's
That's
gonna
what
be
I
a
we're
don't
staggered
saying.
release.
That's
know.
It's gonna be
exactly
staggered.
what we're
Listen, bro.
saying.
Wait.
This is
Hold on.
this is what we doing, bro. This is what we doing on Xbox. We smash and pass, bro.
Facts.
We
You
beat
know
the
what
games on
it is?
Game Pass, and then we
You
let
know
them
what it
have it
is?
later while we
You know
playing
what it
something
is?
new.
This what it is. This what it is. This is my stance. Phil has already came out and said there's no red lining. If there is already a Forza 5 coming out on PlayStation, that means that their engine has already been ported over to the PlayStation, including the engine for Fable, which is the same.
Post.
Pose,
When
you
the
can
Forza
yell at us,
Horizon, when
so
the
you
Forza
can't stick
Horizon
your
5
chest
release?
out no further than
Hold
what
on.
you
Let me
think
When
it
the
finish.
should
when
be.
the Forza 5 release, post?
Hold on. This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. I'm saying this. Phil said there's no red line and that everything is going.
He
It
didn't
ain't
say
green
that.
either though.
He didn't
Hold
It's
say
a
that.
yellow.
Why
It's
do
yellow
you
lining.
keep running
It's
with
on.
them
yellow lining,
daggone
brother.
Twitter narratives? The
Let me
man
finish.
never said
Hold on.
everything is good.
Yeah.
He
Let
just
me
said
tell
that.
you. No, everything is going. Now let me finish. The Forza engine, which is the same engine they're using for Fable, has already been ported to the
We
PlayStation. So we're
understand
no.
that, Post. We
Hold
get
on.
what you're saying,
Oh wait, hold
Post.
on. All I'm saying is that there is your guys like you all are saying, hey, Fable is releasing next year for Xbox. There's no way they'll bring out a PlayStation version. Okay, I get that.
In the same calendar
And
year.
I'm telling you, I'm being the opposite. I'm being the opposite of that, right? I'm saying that it's a possibility. That it's a
Oh,
possibility. Hold on. I'm
this
saying
nigga,
that it's a possibility.
that's a possibility.
I'm saying it's a possibility that with this delay, that it can. It can. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
folks. You can go with the it
That's all I
can.
said.
It
That's
can
all I
Me and
said.
Noah, me and
it can
Noah is
You
it
saying
can come
guys
out
are
it
trying
can
to
come
fight
out the
me.
same
You
it can
guys
come
me
trying
out
and
the
to.
same
Noah is
calendar
saying
year,
me
but
and Noah is saying this.
it's not gonna be the
What's
same day.
the first
Yeah,
thing you
it's
and the
not
first?
coming day and date,
Hold on.
and
The
me and
first
Noah's gonna hit it first.
The first thing
Fast,
you and
fast,
Noah
it's
said,
fast.
the first thing you and Noah said was, "What you mean? It come out in the beginning of the year for the Xbox, and then come out in the fall for the PlayStation." And I said, "Yeah, that could be a realization."
Nobody said that, Post.
I'm just telling you.
But look though,
We did not say that, Post.
it's looking good. And then for the summertime, when she gained a little weight, we passed over
We
the
made it
PlayStation. Yeah,
clear.
y'all
We
can have
made
that.
it clear and to the point.
You
It is not
And
releasing the
look,
same day as the
you know what?
Xbox
I'm
version.
disappointed in my
That's
brothers.
what we said.
I'm
Name.
disappointed in my brothers.
We
I am
disappointed
know.
together,
disappointed
nigga.
in y'all. Hold on. I am
Yeah.
disappointed in you two niggas. Hold on. Let me close the door. Hold on.
Cause guess what? Hold on. This is the reason why I'm even saying that. And somebody, I think Will just kind of touched on it real quick. But the reason why I'm saying that is this: even if that was the case, and let's say, even though I know it ain't happening, they say day and date,
Mhm.
nigga. You know Microsoft's main focus is Game Pass. They're not trying to take
Oh,
any. Hold
no,
on, they're not trying to
no,
take any user
no,
base. They're not trying to take any form or fashion
no,
of a hit towards
no.
Game Pass. So why would I want to bring out the game? Most likely, the idiots of the people, the dum
Uh,
dums of the society that would not take up on Game Pass subscription. They just gonna go and grab it over there on
hold,
PlayStation.
hold on. No. See, that's why I'm disappointed in you niggas. Partially you, Mello, because you kind of
What?
been keeping the same energy.
What?
But I'm disappointed in no ass. No done switched up to the corporate message. Both of you niggas is pushing the corporate message right now. I'm disappointed in both of you
Oh
niggas. This
man,
nigga just
All
told
I'm
me.
saying is,
Hold
all
on,
I'm saying
hold
is,
on. This nigga
make
just
it make
told me talk
sense.
about some. Here, it ain't gonna go day and day. Microsoft ain't gonna do that day. They're gonna stagger release. And then, well, if it do go day and day, at least we got Game Pass. You niggas is
no, Shadow. I'm saying to this man that it doesn't make sense for them to do that. They're like, that doesn't make sense.
Why it doesn't make sense? They just told you what it was.
Because guess what? I'm going to make my sales off the release of it, regardless of what the count going to be. Is either from the subscription, is from the users actually buying the game and the content of it on release date. Later, once the game starts slowing down, other games start releasing, guess what? I will roll that bitch out over there to the sloppy second PlayStation, the soup kitchen.
Hold on.
Thank you, Mello. Thank you,
allow
Mello.
the soup kitchen
This is
to
what
enjoy
the
the
fuck
game.
I'm talking about. Let me get these super chats. Rob, who randomly robs everybody with the $4.99. What up, fellas? Just checking in from PC Master Race side. That new, what's that? That new fail deleted, but that new Fable deleted, but it looks damn good. Let me see here. Then Rob, who randomly robs everybody again with the $5. Thank you, brother. It got a launch on PS5 in 2026 because 2027 is a new console generation. What they're gonna do? Release it on PS. Thank you, Rob. We gonna get there, Rob. I ain't even got there yet. I ain't even got there yet. I ain't even got there yet, Rob.
Oh my god!
I ain't even got there yet, Rob. That is a great
thing releasing on PS6.
They didn't get right. They didn't releasing on
Stagger, baby, stagger.
Exactly.
No.
Stagger, baby.
Rob, you. Hey, Rob, I was gonna go there, Rob. I was trying. Hey, thank you, Rob. I'm gonna read this again.
Oh, you don't got to read it again. We heard it the first time.
Yeah, you motherfuckers go. Yeah, it got to launch on PS5 in 2026 because 2027 is a new console generation. What they gonna do?
Xbox.
My opinion.
Hold
2027.
PS6 ain't dropping to 28.
How you know that?
Because they dropped the PS5 Pro 4 years into the generation, and then another 4 years, which is 28. They'll drop the PS6. They did the same thing last year. Yeah,
they gonna help them roll out their PS6 with
and who gonna help them? Who gonna help them roll out?
They gonna help them with their rollout for the PS6 with some Xbox games, which is
hold on. Nope, yeah, you're wrong. Hold on, let me go to the next one. See, Rob, hey, Rob is stinking. We're gonna go there. We're gonna, but I'm just saying,
always getting robbed. Shut up.
Well, Rob, the reason why I said it makes sense, I said it's a possibility that it will launch on both systems next year, which is still a possibility in the same calendar year. I'm not talking about 2027. I'm talking about in the same, and the way how, and I'm saying that because how fast they are moving with this full transition to third party. You know what I'm saying? How fast look how many games they're releasing in this calendar year to PlayStation. Look how many games. We haven't got these many games in one calendar year when they had exclusives. You know what I'm saying? This shit is wild. Okay, let me go to Max City Entertainment with the $5. He said it's Playground first. It's Playground first. Third-person RPG without a car in it. Let them cook. Nobody cares if it goes to welfare station. You a one-parent home. You need support. Hold on. Hold on. See,
talk your shit, Matt.
Hold on. Let me put Mac back. Let me put Mac back on the summer jam. Hold on. Let me put Mac back on the summer jam. Hold on. Let me put Mac back. Hold on. Let me put Mac back on the summer. I think I got bodies to collect tonight. Let me see how many times I'm gonna have to visit the morgue tonight.
You heard what he said.
Max City Entertainment.
Playground
I body my own brothers on the panel, and one of the brothers I consider one of the baddest bots in the land. Max said it's Playground first. Third person RPG. Without a car in it, let them cook. Nobody cares if it goes to welfare station. You a one-parent home. You need support. You weren't on that same energy last year, Max.
You heard what he said. It's playground first, not the 2, but the 1.
Hold on, Mac. You wasn't on that energy last year or the year before when you was preaching that exclusivity shit, when you was preaching Game Pass or nothing else. Now all of a sudden you don't care if games go to PlayStation when you cared 2 or 3 years ago. Are you a corporate mummy, nigga? Huh? Did you get the corporate?
Hold on, we ain't doing that.
Hold on. I gotta talk to my brother. I gotta tap my brother. Mac, did you get the corporate badge? Did they give you the corporate badge, brother? Did they give you the corporate badge that says tote the company line? Now all of a sudden the Xbox community don't care about games going to PlayStation when 2 or 3 years ago it was all about keeping games from PlayStation. It was all about keeping exclusive to Xbox. It was all about keeping games on Game Pass and only supporting platforms where Game Pass is supported. Now all of a sudden, you niggas that switched up. Am I out here alone?
We don't care, Post.
Calm down, hold on, bro. Post. Your oxtails ain't gonna prove no point right now. Post.
Hey, Mello, let me
get that nigga.
Let me talk to my brother, Mello.
Get that
nigga. Bro. You can switch sides. You can go over there and pay $69.
Internet won't even let you
the game they sold you 3.
Your internet won't even let you get your shit out. You know you finna say some bullshit.
Internet burger.
You telling some bullshit, nigga.
How about now? You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you
now.
now.
My God, bro.
Shout out to that internet.
You hear me now? Look, bro. Here's the reality. You can switch sides. You can go into the PS5 side where you gotta pay $69.99 per game. And $10 for every time. $10 every time they decide to remaster a game they sold you 3 years ago. Oh, you can just enjoy the games over here on Game Pass, baby. We don't care, bro. Let them play it. Let them play it. Let these games get the review score they truly deserve, bro. We good, bro. We hit play, they hit pay.
Y'all just care.
We good, bro.
Y'all care months ago. Before Tim Dog came out and made his rich,
my God.
everybody cared.
It's called maturity, brother.
Hold on, no,
maturity.
No, before.
Bro, childish. You can't play with my ball. We grown.
We grown now.
We grown now.
I'm grown now.
You still want to keep your basketball to yourself.
I can think for myself. I can make my own.
You ain't know that no more.
I'm just saying, before the spot was blew up.
The more the merrier.
I'm just saying, before the spot was blew up, it was exclusive. It was Game Pass. Game. Now y'all don't care. Come on, now y'all can't switch up that fast.
Post, I'm telling you now.
I feel like I'm out here by myself.
Post, I'm telling you now. These niggas was over here. They wasn't even playing the games that they was routing for. That they be tooting and booting it up on these podcasts for. They wasn't even playing these games. At that point, I was done with you niggas. To be honest. But I'm just sitting in reality. It doesn't make sense to me personally for them to do day and date, let alone drop it in the same calendar year. That's all I'm saying, brother.
The only thing I said that it would. I don't think I said that it would drop in the same calendar year. That's all I said.
I'm just saying, but like Forza situation, bro. Forza released in 20. Like, bro, they just not getting that game. Why do I care? The most current game that they're getting is Indiana Jones, and guess what? I beat that in a sitting of like maybe 2 weeks. So again, it doesn't matter. Let the soup kitchen homeless people get the games. It's okay. They're not getting the day one releases right now. I don't
talk to him, Miller.
Hold on. Oh, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me do this here. Cause y'all don't see here. Y'all don't know why I'm doing this. Let me see here. Is this sharing? Let me see here. Y'all see that on the sharing? And this brother been on point. Nate Drake on Reset Era Thread suggests that new Fable game will be released on the PlayStation 5 this fall, in line with a pattern of big releases have been following, as the company may be changing its approach to exclusivity, right? He also said recently, look, Fable will release on PS5 in 2026. It's the reason for the delay.
Hold on, let me ask you this, Melo.
Listen to the word what he said.
Hold on, wait. No.
Speculate, nigga. You don't know.
No, I'm about to question. I'm about to question right now. Post. Did
It's past the other
Post.
world.
Did Nate tell you before the day that the game was getting delayed?
Huh?
Oh, he said that afterwards. Was he able to tell you before the game got it? Was he able to tell you before today that the game was getting delayed, or did he find out with the rest of us?
I want no reset error. Yeah.
I want
in the thread.
Nate,
but he's been right on
everything. Nate don't know Nathan. Nate don't know Nathan.
Hold on.
Nate don't know Nathan.
Hold on. Hold on. He's been right up to this point in terms of everything that was being released.
Nate call out. He called the day before. He's not a real insider.
Hold on. He's been right up until this point.
And then Nathan Haight said they was going to announce so many Xbox games on PlayStation at the show, at the developer direct, and that didn't happen. Then he said they was going to announce Xbox games in State of Play.
That
didn't happen.
You making up shit.
I'm dead ass.
If you ain't got the proof, show me the proof. Let me tell you this.
Pull up his track. No, you pull up his track. Pull up his track record.
See, you making up shit now. Let me say this. I'm
serious. I can't back out of my screen.
I want the chat. I want Noah and I want Mello to clip this very podcast that we have. Because if this happens, right, if what Nick the Drake is saying that Fable was delayed due to optimization for the PS5 version, which is they're going to be a PS5 Pro version of the game, I want to see how these niggas gonna feel that waited 8 years for a motherfucking Fable game, but had to wait because Xbox is catering and making sure the PlayStation community is fucking good. How you niggas gonna feel? Talk to me. Which one of y'all gonna say? Any one of y'all could go first. Even in chat. Mac City, how you gonna feel if Fable drops next year, day and date, on PlayStation and Xbox, and you find out that they really delayed it. They really delayed it because of the PS5 version. After you waited 8 years as a motherfucking Xbox fan, they put your ass on hold.
Bro.
To cater to the PlayStation fan base. Mello, Noah, I need an answer.
No, post. Like Mello said, he speculates. Speculate is the key word. 2, he didn't know about the delay until we found out about the delay. How he an insider?
How you know he ain't know?
Find me a post where he says Fable's gonna get delayed before we all knew about it.
You don't have to come out.
He ain't know. Nah. We ain't doing that, bro. We're not doing that.
So what you're saying, Noah, and I like your cap right now. Your cap is immaculate right now. I just want to applaud you. But you're going up against the cap artist, right? Let me tell you something. You mean to tell me that you're going to say because he didn't announce the delay ahead of Xbox that every other thing he said before is a lie because he didn't tell us that it was getting delayed?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
Somebody come get Noah. Somebody come.
Why you ain't see this coming? If you a psychic, why you ain't see this coming?
Anybody say he was a psychic? But he been getting shit.
I'm just saying he seems to know he seems to know everything else. Why you didn't see this coming?
I'm just asking, bro. I'm just because
I mean too, bro. I'm trying to show you the light, brother. Don't get scammed and bamboozled like these ponies do, bro. I'm trying to pull you out that water post. It's not real. He's not real.
Y'all in the water. Y'all in the water, bro. Y'all in the water.
Out here in the water, bro. You ain't. Hey. Hold on. Listen. 2 months ago, you didn't even know who Nick. You didn't know who Nick was 2 months ago.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I be on reset arrow all the time. Matter of fact, when I was
and now he Xbostradamus now. Come on, bro. Come on, man. He don't know nothing.
I'm just asking you. And I want Mac. Mac ain't said nothing. I gotta look at the chat. Mac answer my question. Motherfucking Mello, he went on mute. He don't even want to answer the motherfucking question. To wait 8 years for a game and know that it got delayed because they're trying to cater to the PlayStation base. How you gonna feel? Huh? Because I guarantee you, in June, Fable is going to have its release date, right? And we already know that they showing logos and labels from all the stores that they support now, including places. I'm telling you, expect a third-party show in June. It's not going to be an Xbox show. It's going to be a third-party show. It's going to be Microsoft full outing as a third-party publisher. And I guarantee you, Fable gets a release date in June, and it's going to come out day and date on PlayStation and Xbox and PC. And maybe a Nintendo Switch 2 version later. But I guarantee you, I'm calling it now. Nate the Drake been on point.
Clip this.
And if he's saying that the delay is due to the PS5 version, then I believe him. He ain't been wrong up until this point.
Post, what do you got right, Post? What do you got right, Post?
All the games that's been called to PlayStation, he been calling that shit. Forza Horizon, all that shit.
We do that already.
No, you did. No, you did. No, you did.
We did, but we knew all of that already, Post.
You knew what already?
We knew what was coming. We saw, bro, they been dropped the Raiders months ago from the PS5. The Raiders was the new one drop. Only thing you do is repeat what Phil Spencer said. Phil Spencer said there's no red line. So every time we hear about a game, we're gonna hear PS5 behind it. It just is what it is. He's not a real insider.
Oh, wow. You know what? I applaud your game right now. It is incredible. You are very polished, even though you ain't podcasting about it. You are very polished, my brother. But it ain't gonna work on me because nobody answered my question. Yeah. You niggas sitting up here talking about it ain't gonna release in the same calendar year. It ain't gonna. I guarantee you, come that June showcase, you gonna see a lot of Xbox games with that motherfucking PlayStation and Nintendo logo on there, and then y'all gonna be like,
"But Phil already said that though."
No, see,
but Phil said that in the interview.
See, you.
I get it. The games are going to PS5. We're not disputing that, Post. But what you're saying is we should trust everything they hate say, and what you're telling us that these games won't be a staggered release.
No, you know what you all are reminding me of? You guys are reminding me of the same PlayStation fans y'all make fun of. And it went like
no, yes, how?
Yes. How? I'm gonna explain how.
Bro, listen. Hold on, listen to what you're Post, listen to what you're saying. Phil Spencer told us in the interview that he doesn't mind showing the PlayStation logo in the show. So we know that. So if an insider comes out and say there's gonna be PlayStation logo shown, that don't make you an insider. Phil Spencer been told us that.
Look,
we been saw, bro. Listen, bro. We been saw the ratings for Forza Horizon. That got leaked in 2024. This man, bro, he's not a real insider. Yo, what news has he dropped that people didn't know already?
He got it from Reddit.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You Xbox dudes. Let me tell you
got problems.
You Xbox dudes never cease to amaze me because it's always. And this is why it reminds me of the PlayStation community. With the PlayStation community, it is PlayStation sells so much hardware, they don't need to put their games nowhere. On PC or none of that. Then it comes to PC. Then when the games went to PC, they switched up and said, we already knew they was going to PC. They have always made PC games, right? And then it went from there to now it ain't gonna be day and day, and you're gonna have to wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years for it to come out. Now those releases is down to a year, and they keep moving the motherfucking go. And that's the same shit y'all doing right fucking now.
No, we not Pose.
We not Pose. It's not the same. It's not the Pose. It's not the same Pose.
Oh, you know why? Prior to this whole situation, Halo, Forza, Fable, those was the pillars. You all said they will never go to PlayStation. Y'all said everything else will go, but the pillars will stay. And here we are. And now you're saying, oh, we already knew Forza was going to.
It's no. He said, "Hold on, listen. You're not listening to Pose. You're not listening to the context, Pose.
Forza is 4 years old. 1, 2. Halo has not touched PlayStation controller nowhere near Nutter, let alone Gears.
Here we go.
So what? See, and that's the crazy part about this. Hold on. So I'm gonna ask you quick questions because they was talking about doing the Master Chief Collection, which makes sense. You getting Halo 1, 2, etc. Gears of War Collection, which means you're getting Gears 1, 2. So what? Are they going to do a Fable Collection also? Post?
Bro, hold on. And then they've been saying Gears of War Collection for 5 years now, bro. We supposed to got Gears of War Collection in 2019.
Hold on, they gonna skip Fable 1, 2, and 3 and give them the brand new Fable in the same calendar year.
Yes, if it's a reboot.
Ain't no bad, Felicia. Bye.
If it's a reboot, if you're gonna use, guess what? The Fable game is not labeled Fable 4. It's labeled Fable. So it's a reboot of the series. It's not a continuation. What are you talking about? So yes, they can give them that game without giving them the collection because it's a reboot of the series because it's not Fable 4. It says Fable. What are we doing here? Let me continue collecting these bodies.
Now, I'm about to say, Post, if you don't think there's going to be no correlation between 1 and 3 in this new Fable, and people and the community knowing that it's a 1, 2, and 3 Fable prior to this game, you got another thing coming. But continue.
What? I got another. It's a look. If you're, let me clear my.
Just like Phil Spencer said himself, we're introducing our games to a whole new community.
Exactly.
So in that situation, and people knowing, because these fans have been around since the OG Xbox, and they know for a fact there is a Fable 1, 2, and 3 that the PlayStation community has not touched or let alone played. They are not going to skip those to just say, "Oh, we just got rid of the Fable." So
that's a lie.
This is a reboot.
The PlayStation community has played Fable.
When?
The PlayStation community. Don't think the y'all be fooled, man.
When have Fable been on PlayStation?
They played
when has Fable been on PlayStation?
So it ain't no PlayStation dudes that have an Xbox, OG Xbox.
When
they didn't have a 360.
When has Fable released? So
you're saying a PlayStation dude ain't never had a 360. Ain't never had an OG Xbox.
So that's the case, but guess what?
Isn't Fable on Game Pass?
Ain't Halo 1 on? You act like a PlayStation dude ain't never played Halo 1. But guess what? They put it in the Master Chief Collection for a reason, right?
Right.
And they bringing it over there to PlayStation.
They finna get the collection. They finna get that in the Gears collection.
And it got
and
1.
Then, and what they doing?
It's a way for them to catch
on the next Gears of War. They going back to predate Gears of War 1, right? Because you finna. So for the other people who haven't got into Gears,
giving my point.
Look at what they're doing.
You got
they're pretty much about to reboot Gears.
They have the Halo. They're supposed to be getting the Halo Master Chief Collection, which stops at a certain point. It is not Halo Guardian or Halo 5. Infinite.
Okay.
You got Gears of War Collection that stops at a certain point, but it's not Gears 5 that they're getting. So once again, they still have games that's not being released over there.
What?
Hey, but hold on, but talking about this Gears of War collection. This Gears.
What are you
This Gears of War collection been rumored for years, bro.
It's coming,
bro.
I'm telling you, it's coming.
Oh my God, man!
I'm telling you, and I'm telling you this. Look. the Halo collection gonna go over there, right?
Nigga,
Then the Gears collection, right? After the Gears
when?
collection, then no, you might get Gears. It's a possibility you could get Gears E-Day this year, which will predate Gears of War 1 in terms of the story. So you're bringing in a whole new collection of people on PlayStation 5 and maybe even the Switch 2 version, right? To start them off with a whole new reboot of Gears of War that starts off at E-Day.
So
And then what you gonna do after that? You gonna go through Gears 1, 2, and 3 again.
So
Gears. We about to cope. I'm telling you.
So Gears E-Day is dropping day and day for PlayStation.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I didn't say that. But guess what? It's a possibility.
Oh my god, the possibilities is endless.
Let me tell y'all something.
Hey, look, bro. Hold on. Let me say this.
Your speculations are endless.
Anything is possible. Hold on. Listen. This is what we're telling you. This is the point we're making. Anything is possible. That's why these insiders you be feeling like they're right because they call out any possibility, and when it happens, you're like, oh, they were spot on. But nobody calls out the million times they were wrong.
You know what, Noah? You ain't gonna keep playing that motherfucking card.
That's a fact.
I got it on repeat, bro.
Because
the
niggas you consider, and you can say that for the same niggas you read that you consider insiders on Xbox side. They don't always get shit right.
I don't trust none of them.
But they don't always get shit wrong either. All I'm saying is this. Look, well, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. When Microsoft, because where are we at? We're in February, we're going to March. So we can look at around April. We're gonna start seeing information regarding the June showcase. Yeah, because we'll be April, May. Yeah, we're gonna around April. We should start getting into announcement dates for June showcase and start hearing chatter about that. I'm going to make sure that on whatever date that showcase is, that I'm able to take off motherfucking work. I hope it's on a Sunday or a Saturday, because I'm gonna make sure that we lock in and we stream that shit. And I'm gonna order some popcorn. I might Amazon y'all ass some popcorn so y'all can eat the same motherfucking popcorn. Because I'm gonna take a motherfucking victory.
Send me some oxtails, bro. Send me some oxtails.
Hey, oxtails expensive as hell right now. You don't say that.
In the moment that Joker don't say day and date, you gonna go eat a chocolate glizzy.
Hey, it ain't about it being day and date. I just said it's going to release. I just said based on what Nate Drake said, I believe it's going to release in 2026, and it could be day and date.
We doing this back and back. We doing this back and forth, and we continue saying the same thing.
Hold on.
You going off of a Reddit speculation that is dropping in 2026. We are just calmly telling you, hey, it might do drop, but it ain't going to drop day and date. I'm still sticking to the same script. I don't know if Noah's still sticking to the same script, but I'm sticking to the same script. It ain't
day and date. It ain't day and date.
The little panhandlers that's waiting for the game to drop on there, have at it. I'm gonna eat my full course
what?
5-star meal.
5-star what?
Day 0. Look when I boot up my console.
Look at this nigga Maxine. This nigga's fold so fast.
Hey, Post, I
gotta down with Xbox. You niggas didn't fold it so motherfucking fast. It's go ahead, Noah.
Post, bro, I got a question. If I tell you since 2019, if I tell you every year that Gears Collection is coming out and it don't drop, but eventually it come out, does that validate me as an insider?
I had an insider for 7 years.
Hold on.
I told y'all 30 years ago if it was coming. Bro, they been screaming Days Gone remaster since the game released, bro.
You know why? You know why it ain't came? And guess what? You know why it ain't came yet?
Why?
Because
they had to that the studios had to learn PlayStation API and how to make games on their system.
Oh man, I know we're not doing that, bro.
They had to migrate the engine over to place, and that's what they've been doing this whole time.
This sounds like some Reddit.
Imagine this. Imagine this. The reason why, because I think even before the Activision deal, that this third party shit was going to happen regardless. Because see, if these was being made and Rare was going over to PlayStation in secret clothes and secret offices with PlayStation engineers, yes.
You said secret clothes.
Yes.
That's fine, Post.
Hold on. Let me say this. The Rare said that when they went over to PlayStation, they couldn't wear none of their Microsoft clothes or Rare clothes or anything dealing with their IP.
The branding of them.
The branding, yeah, right. So they had to go over there in regular clothes.
That's
they
not
was
secret clothes.
They was going in secret clothes, nigga. They was in street clothes. They was in fucking incognito, nigga. Let me tell you something. Then they was over there in them offices behind closed doors with them glasses that smear everything where you can't see. Working with PlayStation engineers. And look, this is before we even knew Microsoft was going to buy Activision. So I'm telling you that this third party shit was in the mix way before Activision, that it was going to happen regardless. And imagine
What ready close this from? What close you get this from? Do they got pictures?
This was an article. It was an article that interviewed Ware on how it went down. What are you talking about?
I mean, we're not disputing that, Post. What we're telling you is, if I come up with a bunch of rumors and 3 or 4 of them hit, does that validate me as an insider?
Just imagine this. Imagine we didn't get the consistency and first party lineup in the Xbox One era, because between that time and the time they announced the Activision deal, they was already transitioning their studios over to PlayStation architecture. Imagine that the IPs that we wanted got put on hold for PlayStation, nigga, because that's what it's looking like. Tell me I'm wrong. And prove me I'm wrong. Who gonna tell me I'm wrong? A whole generation.
You wrong, bro.
Okay.
You wrong.
I'm about to say just your speculation. I can't
not that far back, Post. Now we just added. Now we just added it. Now
it's cool.
We just added to it now. Now we just even on the 360 they was talking about putting games on PlayStation. I mean, technically they was, because there was a Gears of War version ready to go for PS3.
Okay.
But they canceled it.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm just saying, bro.
Let me ask you a question. That's before Microsoft swooped in. That's before Microsoft swooped in and brought the shit. Let me ask you a question. Forza Horizon 5 got announced when? A month or 2 ago? Huh?
Yeah, but the ratings got leaked mid 2024.
Okay. How long does it take to port? When did they? Huh? When did you know Playground had PlayStation dev kits?
I don't know.
Why did Forza Horizon 4 get announced for PS4 then?
Huh?
Why they announced? Why Halo Infinite didn't get announced for PS5?
What are you talking about?
No, we're not gonna sit here and act like this been the plan for years, bro.
It has.
No.
It has.
Nah, bro. Nah.
You're not gonna get PlayStation dev kits, which your studios haven't been accustomed to. It's the reason why you started to look at those job things, and now you know why they was seeking people with PlayStation experience or multi-platform experience. This shit been in the thing for years, bro. This shit didn't just pop up and spawn, bro. And I'm telling you, majority of the title, when Phil said the first 2 years of this generation, we won't go ahead no first party games. We know
it don't take 5 years in a generation to port a game to PlayStation.
We know why we ain't get no first party games the first 2 years of this generation, because they were switching over to PlayStation.
That's not true, Post. They weren't ready. They didn't start. They didn't bottle studios till late Xbox One era. And then instead of making the games for the Xbox One, they moved them to the Series X dev kits, bro.
I'm ashamed of you, Post. You out here trying to rewrite history.
I know, Post. Come on, bro.
Lord have mercy.
You know, Post. Come on, Post.
I am disappointed. You niggas is calling the wheelhouse.
You trying to tell me in 2019 they was already like, yeah, we put this shit on PS5. No, they wasn't.
It's going to the 5. Like,
no, it wasn't.
See, and this is the crazy part about it, Noah. If that was the case, we would have heard about that shit due to the
No, you
court
wouldn't.
case, wouldn't we?
No, you wouldn't. Let me tell you something.
Bro,
They was
when
Hey,
they bought,
listen,
when they
hold
bought,
on.
Jim Ryan was over there burning down the damn house. He would have been leaked that shit. Like, come on, Post, you better than this.
They both lied during the court case. Mello, what are you talking
oh
about?
man, Post, come on, bro.
Hold on. Phil told you the 30% that we give PlayStation, they take and try to push us out the industry. Jim Ryan say if they get a hold of our if they get Call of Duty, they're gonna get early access to our dev kits and they're gonna get access to our technology and then get ahead of us.
Well, Microsoft did have access to the dev
They
kits with
did have
Minecraft.
it.
Thank you.
They had it with Minecraft.
Minecraft wasn't the only one though.
But that's
Well,
besides the
damn
point. That
kids
means
got
why would I have to do all that if
Let
I
me tell you
already have
something.
access
Hey,
to it?
think about
Post,
this.
it don't take that long. It don't take that long to post. It don't take that long to port. It don't take that long
You
to port a
making it
game
seem like
Hey,
from the Xbox
PlayStation
to
is an
PlayStation. So
overly
PlayStation to
complicated
Xbox.
I ain't seen
device.
them.
Like, no, it
I
ain't,
ain't seen
bro.
them. One of you niggas put out a game.
Bro, it
Hold
don't
on.
take that long
We
to
know
port a
for a
game, bro.
fact that the
Hold
PlayStation,
It's the
that
same
the
architecture.
PlayStation is
I'm
not
telling
that
you
overly
this.
complicated
During
to
that
put
trial,
shit on.
what
Come
Jim
on.
Ryan was saying, getting access, Microsoft get Rare had the dev kits for PS5, porting CFDs. Obsidian had it. They got the dev kits for Valve and the Outer Worlds. They've been had them because they did Outer
They
Worlds.
had it for and they got it for Elder
Hold on,
Scrolls and what's that? Hi-Fi
hold on,
Rush.
hold on,
Bro,
right, right,
Jim Ryan was concerned about the
hold on,
PS5 Pro being
hold
leaked. He
on.
wasn't concerned about them having the
No,
PS5 dev kit.
hold on. See,
He was worried
see,
about
this
that in
Oh
is
my.
what
Game Pass.
this is where y'all fucking up.
That in Game
Because
Pass.
hold on, y'all saying this now. Y'all didn't say this then. Gears, the
Oh,
coalition had PlayStation dev kits. The Playground, all of their first party studios got PlayStation dev kits right now, and they had them during the trial. I'm talking about the ones that didn't have them. I'm talking about the one that was strictly development. I'm not talking about the Activisions in the Elder Scrolls Studios. We know they already. I'm talking about the ones that y'all least expected. Playground had them dev kits at the time. The Coalition had them dev kits at the time. I'm talking about even the new Halo studio have them PlayStation dev kits at the time. That's one of the reasons why they switched over to the Unreal Engine. I'm telling you, they've been had this even at the time that y'all was saying the pillars would never go to PlayStation. And now y'all sitting up here telling me y'all already
What year was that? 2023?
I can't remember.
What was that? 20? Because you said Xbox. You said in the Xbox One era. you said 2019.
and he said, I can't remember.
Let me tell y'all. We finna get off this topic. Well, we finna listen to this shit because I want to hear this right here.
Oh my
I
god.
fucked my niggas. I miss y'all, boy.
This nigga wildin', bro. Hello?
I think you want to pull up a video.
I was about to say something that froze up.
Sidebar for Indiana Jones that took home 3 awards from DICE.
Huge.
Actually,
Congratulations.
yeah.
Hold on. I gotta get before we continue this. My brother Max City with the $2. I am over at Post Game Pass to go. I am an Xbox. You know what? You folded quicker than a motherfucker.
Max City. That's what I'm talking about, nigga.
Max City, you folded quicker than a lawn chair, my nigga. You folded quicker than a lawn. Nigga, all y'all had that pre-trial. Oh, we finna have all the exclusive. Y'all niggas said, oh, even me. I was like, Call of Duty can stay multi-platform, but anything else that Activision creates should be exclusive. Y'all said the same thing with Bethesda and all the exclusive. Game Pass gonna be stacked. PlayStation gonna have to come see us. And now you niggas folded quicker than a lawn chair. Talking about we don't care now. And we on as long as it's on Game Pass, we don't care.
Gotta see us. What are you talking about?
You niggas disgust me right now.
They still gotta see us. They gotta take.
You
It
gotta
is what it is.
play, nigga. What you talking about, nigga?
It's a bunch of lawn chairs in the
Play,
community.
nigga.
It's a bunch of lawn chairs in the community. Hold on, let's listen to this. Hold on.
I had the pleasure of congratulating Todd in person. Like, the team was really excited. It was so great to see Machine Games on stage taking home 3 awards. So they won Adventure Game of the Year, Outstanding Achievement in Character, which of course went to Troy Baker for Indy himself, and Achievement in Story. All super well deserved. I loved playing that game. I think I devoured it in 2 days doing nothing else with my life, but I think it was well spent hours, I would say.
Yeah, me too. And again, kind of got to play it pre-launch, but what they built was incredible and well deserving of all the awards.
Yeah, absolutely. Very happy for that team.
Yeah, me too.
But on that note, some of the games that are going to be coming to other platforms, there's some of our like long-standing kind of flagship series, if you will. So I'm just curious what you think the Xbox community should take away from the fact that we.
Hold on. You heard what she said. She said, hold on. She said, long-standing flagship series and titles coming to other systems. Now I want to see what his answer gonna be.
Hold on, wait. Before you do that,
I want you to, and we're gonna talk it back because I want you to listen to the question that she is asking, right?
Okay.
And we're gonna see how he answered. But
Hold
go
on,
ahead,
real quick. Hold on before you hit the button. Who is these unseasoned people again?
What you mean?
Who are these people? I don't know these people. Who is these unseasoned people that don't look like they even touched the controller in years? Who is these
What are you
people?
talking? This is Craig Duncan. He's been with Rare for years. He's been the head of Rare.
Okay.
He
And
go
who's
back
the other
to, I
lady?
think, if I'm not mistaken, he goes back to the Donkey Kong days and all that shit.
Okay, bro, I don't know these people. I'm.
He's
you gotta
now
touch me. You gotta
this
update
guy.
me on my white people.
Okay,
Like,
we're gonna do this.
who
Okay,
is these
this guy
people?
right here. This guy right here on the screen right here. He was the head of Rare. He
Okay.
was the guy that the Xbox community had an issue with when they I think he was doing an interview or something, and people was in the chat on YouTube asking about a remake of classic Rare games, bringing them back, and he stated that he didn't want to go back and remaster or redo none of them games. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who said that.
So he's the reason why I don't have a Conquer remake.
Yeah.
Well,
At that point, because he was over Rare. He said he didn't. He said he didn't. I'm not saying what he said for verbatim, but pretty much paraphrasing. He pretty much said that they didn't feel the need to go back and rehash them old games or anything like that. And pretty much, and people was kind of disappointed at because they was asking him in the chat for a banjo 3, a new banjo, and that was pretty much his answer. So people was kind of disappointed in the answer.
Well, he's out of touch already.
This one, I think this is Tina. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Tina. Is this Tina? I don't think Tina is the other one.
She look like
I forgot her name, but she's on the she's on the media side. She's the one that helped direct and assist with all the Xbox shows that you see, developers directing all that. She's a big person behind those. She's the reason why them the directs is rocking like they rocking. So put some respect on her motherfucking name. And you're supposed to be an Xbox. How you not know these? How you not know these
people, bro? I play video games. I don't know unseasoned.
Yeah, Tina Amini. She the one got the developer direct cracking like it is. So put some motherfucking respect on her name. And we might have to question
the developer direct. Shout out to
we
her.
might have to question your Xbox card, not knowing these people.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I play games. I don't play politics.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna press play because you got me with that one. You know what I'm saying? Let me press the play button. Get your it.
We've made that decision to bring more games to more platforms.
Oh no, let's do this. Let's do this.
We've made that decision. Games that are
listen to
my
the
life.
question.
I think it was well spent hours, I would say.
Yeah, me too. And again, kind of got to play it.
Hold on.
Incredible and well deserving of all the awards.
Yeah, absolutely. Very happy for that team.
Yeah, me too.
But on that note, some of the games that are going to be coming to other platforms, there's some of our like long-standing kind of flagship series, if you will. So I'm just curious what you think the Xbox community should take away from the fact that we've made that decision to bring more.
We
She
can.
said,
Go ahead. Let it go.
Let me emphasize it. She said, "What do you think the Xbox community should take away from games going on?" Come on, we're gonna. Then I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play.
Hit the play button, nigga.
I'm gonna let it play. Okay, I'm gonna let it play. My bad.
Will. So I'm just curious what you think the Xbox community should take away from the fact that we've made that decision to bring more games to more platforms.
Yeah, I think it's good for gamers. I think it's good for our studios. our studios make amazing games, and we want to give those games the chance to reach the broadest audience possible. So even if I think back to, when I had my studio head of Sea of Thieves hat on, having Sea of Thieves reach multiple platforms, being able to remove barriers so those players could play together. And then we announced Forza Horizon 5, which, one of the biggest games on Xbox. I'm very biased, of course, because I know the team super well, but, arguably, I think probably one of the best racing games ever made.
I think a lot of people would agree with you.
I just think it's good for gamers. It's good to have our games reach more places.
It's some of that quality of life element for gamers, but I'm also happy for our developers that get a chance to share their art with more people.
Everyone that makes a game wants it to reach as many players as possible.
Exactly.
So I love that we can give that opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, there's one other highly...
He never answered the question.
I about to say, nigga, we already know this. He just did a PR spin.
He never answered the question. That's what I'm talking about.
You wanted us to hear a PR spin.
Hold on. I'm telling you, this is the bullshit messaging. He never answered the question.
You know why he never answered the question, Poe? You know why?
And look, why is it so hard? This the issue I have with, and this is the issue I have with Xbox right now. Phil Spencer then already came out and finally ripped the bandage off, right? Right now, the core Xbox community is, at least from my perspective, they done gave us the middle finger. They didn't say, fuck that. Hold on. Let me talk my shit. They done gave the core Xbox community the middle finger and said, you are no longer a requirement. We're focused on PlayStation and PC right now. You know why I say that? Because that's their growth is on PC right now in terms of cloud gaming and in terms of expansion, and then all the games that they're putting on place. Why is it so hard for an Xbox person, even Phil Spencer or these dudes, to come out and say, "Look, we understand and have love and respect for the hardcore Xbox community that have been with us for years, that has supported us for years. So how we look at this transition and how we impacted you is this. As we move to other platforms, the money we generate from these platforms allow our studios to exist where they're not closing down, will allow you to get access to more software and content and Game Pass.
But he already said that shit.
You ain't said that shit.
You said that shit. You said like these
Phil and Destin. Play Phil and Destin interview.
These ponies off of Twitter, bro.
When he had an interview with Destin, he said that.
Hold on. No, he didn't.
Yes,
I saw that.
I saw that. He did.
No. You know what? You know what he said? He said it's a business decision. That's what he said.
I know, but he said it's going to allow us to make more games because we're putting the games on other platforms. He said that.
I'm talking about talk to the core fan base. Don't tell me about no business politics. Shut your ass up. You ain't even the core. You didn't even know because you ain't even know who was on the screen.
You ain't even hardcore no more. Why are you talking
hardcore no more?
Hardcore anything?
If they fault, I'm not hardcore.
You ain't no hardcore.
I blame Microsoft that I'm not hardcore.
What are you talking about?
The disrespect. That's Poodle trying to call me a soft puppy. And you didn't even know who was on the
problem. You the problem. You are the key reason why Phil Spencer is doing what he's doing. When y'all come with this console war BS, this is what you get. The man keep telling you that, yes, we want our games to reach the masses. He actually is answering the question. It's up to the developers what games go where.
Okay. Ooh,
if the developer only want to work, if the developer only want to work with one system, they can work with one system and carry on and move on and do what they're doing. You have a variety over on Microsoft. Microsoft isn't sitting there. What was they doing? The crunch and telling and dictating you and telling you what your games need to do and where they need to go. They're saying, hey, if you're pumping out these games, we're not limiting you just to this console and this platform. You can do PC, you can do whatever, PlayStation, etc. But in that situation, it is by a case-by-case situation, and we will determine what's better for whatever game that we have coming out.
And that case back case shit is out the door. See, this is what happened when you let the field. This what happened when you let the field Negro into the house. They get too motherfucking comfortable. Let me tell you something. Look. Stop with all the because if we go back to the messaging and what actually Phil Spencer has said and recanted, or we'll be here all day. All I'm saying is, where is the message towards the core gamer of Xbox? Because right now I don't hear. Right now I'm hearing this change will be beneficial for Microsoft as a company and as a business, and that's cool. We know that. We know developers want their games to reach everywhere, but how does this benefit the core aspect of the Xbox community, who can say, okay, since I no longer feel welcome, since I no longer feel supported, I can just buy me a PC and a PlayStation and not even support the Xbox console, even though they saying there's another one gonna be. Why should the core gamer stay and support the Xbox console versus just going to get a PlayStation and a PC? They haven't spoke to that.
Nigga, they don't care about you. If you're worried about your simple you are worried about your simple plastic and you're worried about one place to play your games, it does not matter to them. Because guess what? Even if you run to the Switch, the PC, or PlayStation, guess what you're going to do? You're going to see those games because it's dry as fuck over there in the PlayStation. And guess what they're doing? Buying Xbox games over there. So it does not matter.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me speak.
There is a reason why we have cross-play and cross-progression for a reason.
I'm gonna ask both of y'all.
You working too hard, Melo. Let me ask you a question, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You paying that $69.99 for Fable? Or you playing that shit on Game Pass?
I'm playing it on Game Pass.
Well, what the fuck are we talking about then?
Well, let me ask you. Hold on. Now let me ask you a question. What's the fucking point of banning the Xbox?
Nigga.
What's the matter?
It does.
You still gonna play that game on Game Pass. You're still gonna play it.
Hold on. No. Because that cloud experience right now is not optimized very well.
It does not matter when you play it.
Hold on. I'm telling you, why are you making the next generation console?
Because we got the money to do so.
If what you niggas is saying, if you just told me that the core Xbox games no longer matter, and all they care is that they don't care where you play, why the fuck are you still in the hardware business?
Because we got the money to do so.
Because guess what? The only people who buy the hardware really right now is the core gamers. So why should I stay? And you're doing the same thing they doing. We low key saying so why the fuck is you making next gen hardware?
Because we got the money to do so. We have enough capital and enough resources to do so. So if we want to entertain you in your plastic love for a plastic device, we can still make one. Because guess what? We have the capital and the money and the resources to do one. But guess what? If you decide not to buy that plastic and you want to go play elsewhere, guess what? You're going to see that value. You're going to see that Game Pass sticker. And you're going to say, guess what? I would rather play Game Pass than pay $70 for these multitude of games. Hey. When your so-called plastic of choice, like PlayStation, does not release any games for you to play, or you beat that game in 1 week and now you're dry as hell and don't have nothing else to play, guess what you're going to do? You're going to buy one of Microsoft's games because you're hearing people talk about it. What are we talking about here?
Yep.
That's your stance?
Where you playing Blade at, Post?
You literally just said out your own mouth. Wait.
Hold on. Listen. Blade Post got a PlayStation. He got a PlayStation and an Xbox. Where you playing Blade at, Post?
I'm building a PC this year.
And
Cool.
when you
Why
build that
you not
PC,
playing on PlayStation?
hold on,
Why you
no.
not?
Hold on,
Why
because entertain that. When you build that PC this year, are you gonna play it in Game Pass or you gonna play it on Steam?
I'm gonna keep my Game Pass Ultimate.
Okay, so what the fuck are we talking about, man?
Yes, you motherfuckers is missing a motherfucking point.
You still
How
gonna
many
nah,
times I
you
have to say
still
this?
stuck, nigga. You
Your
still stuck
point,
with the same pimp. What are you
point
talking
crooked.
about?
Your point ain't straight. It's crooked.
Let me tell you something. It's 10:25 p.m. on a Tuesday motherfucking night, and I gotta fight my own brothers on this panel because they toting the company line right now. We're gonna sit. You know what? It's like that kid that knows he's right and knows the evidence is there, but he gotta wait till the evidence show itself. So he do one of these.
Post. Where you playing Expedition 33? Where you playing Expedition 33, Post?
I'm playing it on Game Pass.
So
All
again,
right. Where you
if you
playing
still
Doom? Where
running
you
back
playing
to the
Doom the Dark
same
Ages?
pimp,
That's
you
not the
still
point.
running back to the same
Yes,
pimp
it is.
that's giving you your
That's
fix.
not the point.
What
You
are
guys
you
are missing
talking
the point.
about?
You guys are missing the point. And Melo didn't already gave me the answer. He already said it. They don't give a fuck about the core Xbox game no more. He said it. I ain't got nothing else
They
to
don't
say.
care about you plastic warlord niggas. They don't care about you niggas.
They don't
niggas
care
that
about the
pounding
core.
our chests for a piece of
They
plastic.
don't.
They don't care.
They don't care about the core Xbox gamer. Period.
The core Xbox gamer is going to play the games regardless. Because just like you just said out your own mouth post, oh, I'm finna go build me a PC. And then when Noah asked you, where are you going to be playing XYZ games at? You said exactly. Game Pass.
Yeah.
Who owns Game Pass?
So
Why
y'all
not
Microsoft.
sell the Xbox?
Y'all,
Why not sell your Xbox, bro?
you guys are missing the
Regardless
question.
if you got a box or not.
You guys can't see the forest for the trees. I'm
Man,
asking
I
you
see
if
it
that's
clear
the
today,
if
nigga. I see
that's,
all the mountains.
I'm asking you if that's the case, then why make next gen hardware, Melo?
Because we got the money to do so.
That ain't how corporations work, though.
That's exactly how
They don't
corporations work.
spend money just to spend money.
If I'm in the gaming division, this is the gaming division, and everywhere that you go, anyone that's touting, oh, I'm finna go make a PC, oh, I'm going to PlayStation, etc. They all are still investing in Game Pass and buying games over there because they know for a fact they get a better deal, even if they don't have the console, they get a better deal with Microsoft. Guess where that's going? To the gaming division. And we keep saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm tired of saying this shit. Y'all keep saying this is the last generation of Xbox. This is
I
the
ain't say
last
the last
generation of
generation.
PlayStation. This might be the last console. So if it's going to be the last console, and I already got the money, so what?
That is not how
I can
corporate
piss
works.
away that little bread and make a console for you niggas.
That is not how corporate works.
Yes, it does. Because PlayStation did it. PlayStation did the same thing.
That
What
is
do you
not
think?
how corporations work,
How do you
brother.
think we got the PS4? If it
That is
wasn't
not.
them making that deal with Call of Duty, and we seeing in the deal
So,
what Jim
question.
Ryan said out his own mouth in
So
that
let me
court
ask you a
hearing,
question.
when he was saying that their deal with Call of Duty was keeping the lights on over there at PlayStation, that they was able to pump out their other games. What are you talking about?
That
He
was all
said that.
bullshit.
He exactly said that, bro. He said one game was carrying our whole entire library. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you a question then. All right, let me do this here. Hold on. If
It
that's
was carrying it so much that they started focusing on single player games and ignored multiplayer because it was making so much money. What?
Okay. So my question is, you still ain't answer my question, but corporations don't work like that, right? You have a division in Microsoft. When OG Xbox started out, they spent $6 billion on they spent $6 billion, I think, on hardware, and they spent $2 billion on to get Xbox Live started, $6 billion on the hardware. They cut that generation short because they knew they couldn't compete against Sony. Plus, they lost a lot of money due to the deal they had with NVIDIA, right? 360 era come around. They launch a year ahead of a PlayStation. They get a tap on PlayStation, but due to them stop selling the 360 towards the end of his life cycle, PlayStation kind of superseded them towards the end there.
The red ring of death is really what
right.
Thank
The red
you.
ring, you do right. You That too, I forgot about the Red Arena Dash. You spend the Red Arena Dash, you had to come off $1 billion to get that fixed. So all during that time, Xbox from the OG Xbox to the 360 era, you was in the red, right? Years of in red. You've been in the industry for over 20 years, and majority of that time, from a hardware perspective, you have always been in the red as a gaming division. You have always been in the red. Then now you have a new CEO there that went around to each division and said, "Hey, why should we keep you? What benefit are you to Microsoft?" And that made Phil kind of flip the script and say, "Hey, we need to change and align our gaming division along with what the CEO." And that's why we at this software and services platform they're in now. So I'm telling you, for you to say that they're going to make a console just to make it, just because they have the money, does not align with the CEO of Microsoft. It does not align with Amy, who is the chief financial officer of Microsoft. It does not align with the position that Phil is in now, and why he feeling so much pressure, because he has to, you got to make them numbers. So I'm asking you, if you've been in the red and having issues with selling hardware, and you only had one generation where you did really well, why the fuck would you keep spending billions on hardware that you having an issue with selling? Even in the Xbox, even now in this new generation, you're getting wiped 3, 4, 5 PlayStations to 1. Why would you keep doing it?
The rumor is they're gonna license. They're gonna license out the Xbox to have different manufacturers create the next generation of Xbox.
So what with
So
that
that's gonna
part with Noah? So I'm gonna ask you a question. That part with what Noah just said, because I heard rumor and blah blah blah. I don't go off of the rumors, but that is one thing that they've been touting around. J Dub and Z been touting around that same narrative. I understand this in the gaming division, we see
they're
a
going
60% in
they're going
gaming
like
services was an
different
increase, and
manufacturers.
it was a decrease in hardware. We keep touting and we keep saying this is the last console. We are at our plateau. We are at our peak when it comes to features with consoles and what we can do with hardware. We have transitioned over, and we've seen all of these companies, PlayStation included, doing PC ports. PC has become a easier gateway to navigate through with gaming. Microsoft already have a footprint there. So them sacrificing or coming out with a last hoorah for a console, because I think, in my opinion, I think this last console is it. There's not going to be another console from Sony or Microsoft.
I disagree,
we can pump the money out to deliver this, and we are already touting and taking over when it comes with software. And we're making hand over fist money when it comes with software and services and Game Pass. That is their focus. We ain't even talking about the mobile division yet that they're bringing back.
I disagree.
Okay.
And the reason why I disagree with both of you all, because one, Noah just hammered me down about the credibility of Nate being right in terms of the shit he said. Hold on,
Come
hold
on,
on,
bro.
hold on, hold on. Let me get
He
my
echoes things that are already out there, bro. That did not come
hold
from
on,
Nate Dave, bro.
hold on.
Come
Let me
on.
get my bars off.
Go
He
ahead.
just went from hammer to nail regarding the validity of Nate Drake in terms of his rumors, and then just use a rumor that he don't know if true or false. Then give me a source of where it came from, and then you agree with him, Mello, and then your source was Z and Kratos. Come on now, what the fuck are we doing here? Come on, look.
I never agreed. I acknowledged what Noah was saying, and I said I've heard that from other people. I never said I agreed.
Hold on.
Let's talk about what we do know, right? We do know that there's gaming handhelds that run Windows PC. We do know Microsoft is working on the gaming handheld. We do know that Microsoft is working on like an overlay for handheld PCs, so they all become Xbox alike, right? They can run Xbox games and PC games. So I mean, it makes sense based on what Microsoft has already confirmed.
Look, I will say this. I will say this. One, I never said this was going to be the last console generation, which I don't think it is for Xbox or PlayStation. In order for that to happen, it will take a wind down for that. Now, do I think it's going to happen? Yes. Do I think the winding down has started with Xbox? Yes. Their position, their messages, and the choices that they've been making lately tells me that they have slowly started the wind down process of getting out of the hardware business in terms of console. Will that happen in generation 10 or 11? I don't think so. I think we're still going to have a generation 11. All I'm saying is this. If what we're saying is that Microsoft doesn't care, no longer care about the core Xbox audience and where they play anymore, then what's the purpose of you making hardware? And what I mean by that is this, because now power is no longer a differentiator
Yo,
in
what's up?
terms of what's good. Power
So,
is no
brother,
longer just a differentiator in terms of enticing a customer to come to your platform. Your games is going to be on PlayStation, they're going to be on PC, and they're going to be on Switch too. And in more cases than not, on PC has the better environment in terms of accessing them games, and you can get them at cheaper price, and you don't have to pay for multiplayer and a whole other plethora of the things. So what I'm asking is, what is Microsoft going to do to the next generation Xbox that is going to differentiate them from PlayStation and Nintendo, that will entice to say, hey, even though you can get our games on PC, even though you can get our games on PlayStation, and even though you can get them on Switch too, that you should play them on Xbox. Because I don't right
you gotta give the best of both worlds, post, and that's exactly what the rumors say. We're looking at a hybrid console PC. Remember now, you can't play Xbox version of games on PC. You got to play the PC version of Xbox games. It's not the same.
I understand. Look, I understand it, but I'm just telling you that
But you
hybrid,
give me
that power shit. That's what I'm saying. What is going to, because come June, right? I guarantee you, come June, the
they
Xbox
could
core, the core Xbox fan base is going to have a 100% understanding at what Microsoft stands in regards to them. And I guarantee you, after that June, and I'm already seeing it now, all the content creators, all the Xbox content creators, they didn't already moved over to PCs. They didn't already
this
moved over to
this
PC
is
to PC handhelds. So I'm
that's
telling you,
cool. I think I
I'm
think you're gonna be able. I think you're gonna be able to make your PC and Xbox. This is what I think is gonna happen. Post. This is my speculation. If I got a Samsung, you got a Motorola, and Rose got a Google Pixel, we still got an Android device,
Mhm.
right? If you download an Android game out of the Play Store, we all running on the same ecosystem. This is where I see Xbox going.
I
So
agree.
like if you want a powerful Xbox, if you want an Xbox more powerful than the PS5 Pro, you got it.
So
You just you just install the layer on whatever hardware you're using.
so basically, you telling the core gamer.
Huh? You
So
said what
basically, you
now?
telling the core Xbox gamer in terms of who love that console experience. That
You still get it. If they could create an overlay to make the experience just as smooth as Xbox, right? But it works on any box with a certain limit of specs. How is that like what are the cons to that strategy?
it's look, you finna put out PlayStation just put out a $700, damn near $800, $1,000 PS5 Pro. I guarantee you,
Hmm.
them 10th generation consoles are gonna be $600, $700, $800. right? We're still dealing with inflation. You got this tariff shit going on with Trump and shit like that. That's going to increase the price on imports, which is going to affect the prices of these systems. We might be looking at $800-900, $1,000 systems in the 10th generation if shit don't change. And I'm telling you, is if I can get the Xbox experience anywhere, then why should I spend $1,000? And in some cases, I can get it on PlayStation where I got Spider-Man, God of War, all their first party experience, all their big IPs, and I got Microsoft big IPs on the same system. Why the fuck would I? Why am I spending or investing in Xbox? And don't give me
You just told me you're gonna build a. Hold
I
on,
know.
you just told me you're gonna build a. You just told me.
know.
I'm telling what you're saying. You told me you're gonna build a PC.
Right.
If
But I'm giving you
Microsoft created an overlay, I'm assuming this PC you're gonna build is gonna be more powerful than the PS5 Pro, right?
Yeah.
So Microsoft says, hey, our next generation is software. Install this overlay, and your hardware becomes Xbox like, right? It becomes as easy to interface with as an Xbox. It can run all your Xbox games, and it can run PC games. So even the games you play on PlayStation, it can run those games as long as they run on Steam or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
How was that a loss? How was that an ill for you?
So you saying the Xbox experience is going to be an overlay now? That's what you're saying? I'm just saying. Look here. Who was this? King Reaper 74G. He said everybody isn't a PlayStation or PC or Nintendo fans. I understand that. But let me tell you something. People gonna go where the games is, right? Power is no longer the differentiator. I don't want to hear nothing about no 25 teraflops, especially if your console do the same thing as a PlayStation and the PlayStation do the same thing as a motherfucking Switch 2. And at that point, it doesn't matter. And you can't entice me with just power no more. Because at some point, the power, stating PlayStation got that power too. And I can get even more of that power on PC and more flexibility with store access and getting free games and shit like that. So I don't know, man. I have to see. Hey, Play, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your opinion on this, man?
So a couple things. One, I think it's their goal. I don't think it's their goal to get out of the hardware business, but I do think it's their goal to detach the Xbox experience
From the console,
acquiring their console.
Yep.
I think that's their primary goal, because that's pretty much their business platform everywhere except gaming right now.
Yep.
Gaming is pretty much it's there. It's just not where they would like it to be. xCloud is the sole reason behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Which it costs money to use right now. Mm-hmm. The handheld stuff, the licensing out the OS stuff, all of this stuff is designed so that it's pretty much like Windows. Oh, you want a game on that thing? Trust me, you ain't got to go spend $900 on this console. Just download this OS right here, app, however they're gonna do it, and you can now start playing our games. You can download them directly to you, etc., etc. That's their overall plan. They've made that known already, in my opinion. What they haven't done is actually done an actual like platform announcement release in terms of like how all this stuff's gonna fit together. That's the thing they have not done. They can't really hide it because they've been putting all this stuff in place for it. So what they just haven't done, and I don't think that's going to happen until they start announcing their next generation plans, that's when all that's going to come out. Secondly, I did go look up the information you was talking about, the Rare developers going on over there, how they had to go over there and close that didn't give them away, and them meeting with Sony execs, and them having to hide the dev kits or whatever in rooms and with windows you can't see through and stuff like that. These are direct quotes, by the way. So
wait. Hold on.
These are direct quotes. There is an article from The Guardian. You can go read it.
Uh-huh.
I think I still got it up, and the guy's name they were talking to was where's his name at? Where is this guy's name at? Niate. I don't know how you say his name. Niate. Um, um, I don't know how you say that guy's name, but he pretty much said, when they visited their studios, we had to do it not wearing Sea of Thieves t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm sure you can imagine. So this is a lacy little article here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this game came out, got released in 2024 April, right? Same thing with Grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, and in this article, he says here, yeah, now the thing they don't give away is dates, and I'm pretty sure that's on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give out time frame, but he does talking about them getting their hands on it and start playing with it and learning it.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't happened in a year.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
It
There's
didn't happen
no
in-
way. There's no way they got them in 2023, and they had that whole, not just the base game,
Mhm.
all the DLC stuff ready to release a year later.
And a year later.
That didn't happen in a year. That took minimum 2
2
years.
to 2 years.
2 years. This is not like porting to PC. You're right, Noah. It don't take long to port to a platform. That's giving you understand that platform already.
Mhm.
Microsoft has set up Windows and Xbox to be able to make that very easy for any developer to do. But to port from from Windows to Linux and vice versa on a platform you have no idea about, is hard to do because the Linux that the PS5 runs is not the Linux you go download like when you download Ubuntu or Arch Linux or something like that. And even amongst those are fundamentally different. And the packages on one just don't work on the other. So there is a learning curve you have to do with this console in terms of porting, how you're going to optimize on it, if you're going to use the PlayStation APIs that you have no knowledge of because you have never made. Rare said this. We have never ever made a game on a PlayStation platform ever. This was their first one.
Yeah.
All right, because they made for Nintendo. I don't know if they did any Genesis games. I don't think they did. They made for Nintendo. They got bought by Microsoft way back then. It's like what they owned them for like 20 years. So that means they have never made a console they have never made a game on PlayStation 5. So that being a year, it took longer than that. All right.
I'm saying at least 2 to 3.
Yeah, at minimum 2 years. All right. Which would mean what's that, right around the time Activision was announced or before that?
Well, we're going around what, 21, 22, right? We're around there.
The game came out 24, so we're talking at least April 2022 minimum. So I don't remember when Activision got announced March, May that year. So that was already in the works. You didn't just buy it. You didn't just announce Activision and then decide to go do this. No, because of the minimum time it probably took. That's number 2. Number 3, I don't know what's going on with Sony and Microsoft. And the reason I'm saying that, yes, before Rare and Microsoft started announcing this stuff, someone from Sony had to come to Microsoft about them dev kits for the show. Sony did not have to. Sony could have did what EA did. We don't want the license no more, or you lose the license. What is FIFA now? FC Sports, FC Football, whatever it's called. It's the exact same engine, exact same tech, just missing the jerseys and the license and the paraphernalia and all of that. Sony could have decided we don't want to release our games. We don't want to release on that platform. They would have lost the license. Yes. All right. So on PlayStation, it wouldn't have been called the show or whatever. I don't know who owns the show trademark. It would have been called, the pro baseball or whatever they wanted to call it. The engine would have been the same because all that stuff is owned by Sony. None of that's owned by MLB. It's just a license. They could have done that. They decided not to. Now, I have no idea if there was negotiation that went on there because here's the thing. That didn't leak.
Right.
The show did not. Nobody knew the show was coming until those platforms decided to announce it. Right?
Yep.
So that never came out. Even though most stuff seemed to leak, for some reason that one didn't.
That didn't at all. That came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere.
The insiders didn't even know about that.
Nobody, it coming to Game Pass. Nobody knew that. That was all a shock. All right. Now, that being said, Sony, in my opinion, and I've always stated this, they're like 7 years behind Microsoft. They're behind in the PC releases. They're behind in their platform. They're walking slower behind Microsoft down the same road. Remember, they said they and Herman has the same cadence. Just because Horizon is coming to PC, doesn't mean other games are coming. This game just felt right. It's the exact same type of language Phil Spencer using about we're only talking about these 4 games. Well, what he means is today, this moment, at this point in time, as I sit here on this couch, I'm only discussing 4 games. I'm not telling you only 4 games to come. That's what he meant by that. All right. So more games ended up coming. All right.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thought. Now, here's another situation. Horizon on the Switch. People say it's because it's a Lego license. Sony does not have to agree to these things.
Yes.
They don't have to agree to make a Lego game.
Yes.
They're making that decision. Lego didn't force them to put their IP on the Switch. I don't know what the negotiations are, but
Lego wanted it, and Sony obliged.
Okay, Sony can say no. We don't want to put our games there. All right, they decided to do it. All right, for what reason? Don't know. Maybe they figured it'll sell well because it's a cartoony game on the platform. The game just didn't do well because it wasn't done very well. That's another matter. But Sony faces the same problem that Xbox is facing. Our games sell to a certain point, and then they die off. We don't have live service games like Microsoft does, so we're not getting continuing revenue. What are we going to do? You can't keep releasing. Now, your former executive is pissed off with you guys. He out here spilling your secrets, talking about if you guys want to see sequels, y'all need to support remakes and remasters. That type of line just equates to a cash grab. Now, I know people are buying the remaster of Days Gone right now, and probably most of the people that are buying it are paying for the $10 upgrade. You could look at it like, oh, that's easy. It's not $70, not $50, $10 upgrade. Okay, fine. I'm not disputing that, but they have the same problem, and that's why the game started releasing and going to PC. Despite you got so many consoles, so you had 100-something million consoles sold on the PS4 before Horizon got to the PC.
And let me correct something. Niels 28 said, "What the Focus post up talking about? They had 4 or 5 studios during the Xbox One era. What I mean about when I go back to the Xbox One era, being that was the digital era." Where people was building a digital library and determine where people will be at over the next 10 to 20 years in terms of because if you invested $3,000-$4,000 in a library of games and hardware on one platform, the transition to the next one is not that easy to tell a person to walk away from this $3,000 library and then come over here to Xbox side and start rebuilding your library, or to say, look, we know you invested $3,000 here on the PlayStation side in this library. We want you to do that same over here in the Xbox. That's a lot to ask from the consumer, given that the economics that we're in right now. So what I was saying is that I think the conversations in terms of the third party and transitioning and going to platforms, I think that started in the Xbox generation. Whether it's the middle or towards the end of that generation where they was coming out, because it was one of the longest. I think those conversations started in that generation because when did the Xbox One generation ended? When did the consoles launch?
Winter 2020.
Winter 2020, right? And so the next generation consoles launched in winter of 2020, right? And you mean to tell me a year or two later, Microsoft Studios have PlayStation dev kits in their hand already, working on games? And during that time, and Abbott, remember what I said? Bill came out and said the first 2 years of this generation, we're not going to have any first-party games, right?
Yeah. That made sense. That made sense to me, given when they bought their studios.
I know. I understand that. But also, Also, but no, at that time though, because if Play saying, look, and I trust Play because Play is a developer. He developed on another platform, but still he understands the environment, the development environment, and how long shit takes. So if he's saying that at least it's going to take Rare at least 2 to 3, maybe possibly 3, but more around 2 years to get onboarded with the PlayStation IP APIs and dev kits and get everything transitioned over. That means that what the first 2 years that at that point they had PlayStation dev kits even when we weren't having.
Yeah, I think
they was learning them dev kits.
I think
we was looking for first party games basically.
The onboarding is trying to learn the platform.
Mm-hmm.
That might take for a brand new one for everyone to get a proper understanding, at least enough understanding. You might need 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily to be like, oh, can I like get something up and running on it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about you going through the documentation. Like, so pretty much this is how onboarding works when you get a new platform, right?
Okay.
So, like when new stuff for iOS comes out, like the new stuff for notifications and stuff like that. When Apple shows when they show their presentation on how this can enhance your application,
mm-hmm.
well, when I go and download the next version of Xcode on iOS to develop for an iPhone or Apple Watch or whatever, and actually let me take a step back, right? Let me talk about a feature that was already out. Everybody's been using push notifications for years, right? Long before 2016. I worked a job for a company. I'm not going to say the name of the company because I'm not outing myself like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had a web platform that pretty much works like Amazon. When you click on a link, it recommends these products over here based on your history. It recommends all these other products, stuff like that, right?
Right.
They had a web platform that did this for any business, for third-party businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to get into the mobile sector. And so I got hired as the first developer on a team they had planned on building at the time to do that. My first job was to prove to the executives that a mobile team and mobile development was worth having to provide value to their existing platform.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I did was I pretty much I took Ruby on Rails. I ran up a quick server. Now Ruby on Rails doesn't take a long time to get up and running on that. I took Ruby on Rails, I made up.
Explain what for Ruby Rails.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me be Ruby on Rails is a web framework based in the Ruby programming language. All right.
Okay.
And it's a web framework. It pretty much to get you can get like a minimum valuable product up and running quickly without much expertise. You got to know a little bit of configuration stuff to do. And there's so many tutorials out there that'll walk you through it. You literally could do that with no programming experience. Obviously, programming experience will help you when something's not working, but you can do that with no programming experience, right?
Okay.
So and here's the thing, in case all you guys know, servers are nothing more than computers anyway. You can run a web server on your own laptop. So I set up Ruby on Rails on my Mac laptop. All right. I had to use this SDK called Pushwoosh because Pushwoosh platform was what they were using for push notifications. I went there, had to read through their documentation, see how to set up a server or web platform to do push notifications. That also required me having to set certain things up on Apple's developer portal backend for certs and stuff like that. All that stuff is always necessary to do push notifications. Anyway, I did all that. This probably took me a few days, right? This is not a full-fledged product. I just needed to do proof of concept. So what I did was I installed the Pushwoosh SDK on my laptop. I installed Ruby on Rails on my laptop, got a server running using Ruby on Rails, integrated the Pushwoosh SDK on it, all right? And what I did is I downloaded and I had to also make an iOS app that could receive push notifications, all right? So the server was meant to push out push notifications. I made a quick iOS app to receive them. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All I did in that demo was I put the I did a little what's it called, like presentation. I put the little web server on the screen. Website didn't have nothing on it. Didn't say hello world. Didn't do nothing. I just went to localhost/home. All right. I clicked there. Maybe it said like welcome to my store. Something plain text. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I had my phone also hooked up to the projector. I
Mm-hmm.
went to the website. They saw a notification pop up, say, hi, we'd like to suggest you blah, blah, blah. They like, go do it. That's how you do proof of concept stuff on a new platform.
And they have to do that for gaming too.
So yeah, they have to do that for gaming. So when you want to get CFDs working, when you get a new platform and you want to go port a game to that platform, you don't sit there and say, all right, I got the box. Let me try to port the game to the platform. That's not how that works.
Yeah, the proof of concept.
They do proof of concept stuff. They might take a small little 4 or 5 minute game, might even be 30 seconds, might be 5 seconds. Hey, just build me something that you could build in like 3 days, 2 days. All I want is a player. It won't be something like, oh, the Halo guy's holding the gun. No, if they want to use Master Chief gonna look like a little 2D sprite, like from Nintendo. All right, it's gonna look like that. They're gonna maybe do 3 quick graphics to make little pellet bullets fly out of it. Nowhere at the speed. Not a hit scan weapon. You're gonna see it go across the screen like do. You're gonna see that. And they're gonna say, can you port that over to this platform? That's how they're going to practice and learn it. And once they see, okay, we ported it over, we didn't have any errors, try to do something maybe a little bigger. We need to figure out what issues we're going to have in our porting platform before we decide to port this massive game that we've worked on for 8 years over to this platform. That's how you learn a new you build small things to test out because you want to get a quick iteration process. So
and then you go over to PlayStation incognito with street clothes on, behind glass doors,
right?
Doors.
If you read the interview, he talks about some of their communication with Sony's technical people. They had somebody who pretty much was a liaison for them. If they had any questions, they went to that guy. That guy passed all of their questions on
to the engineers.
Yep. That's how they were communicating. He talks about it in brief in the article. So when you're getting the documentation and stuff like that, you're trying to get familiar with the platform. And you're doing that in a very simplistic, bare bones manner.
Go ahead.
And so that's one thing. Now, and here is why. This is why I say minimum 2 years. That's just for you to see how you port a game. Guess what you also got to get familiar with? You got a live service game, brother. That means you also got to get familiar with PlayStation
Network infrastructure. Yep.
That's completely separate from the console. Not only that, it's different from the console.
It's different from the console.
They want to have documentation and stuff like that. Hold on. This also adds complexity to it. Microsoft and probably has mandated this for all the developers. Whatever you do over there on PlayStation, got to be cross-save compatible.
Yep.
On a network we didn't build.
Yep.
So they also got to go factor that in. Yep. There is no way they did all of that in a year. Minimum 2 years, maybe 3. Because you got to also test. You also got to test all that network stuff out. And this, you got to start small. You got to build a little concept. Because that's what they're gonna do on that too. Now maybe if you're gonna have multiple people doing this, that's fine. But it's got to go without a hitch before it releases, and that stuff takes a very long time to test properly.
And that's why I said that the conversations. That's why I said this started in the Xbox One era, whether it was in the middle or towards the end. These conversations, because you're not just gonna wake up one morning and one week and say, "Hey, we're going multi-platform. Let's make it happen." No, even that takes a long time. You got to reach out to Sony. You got to start having conversations with Sony execs because Sony is worrying about their player base and their data and how to get you on their platform while still protecting you from that, because they know what a Trojan horse is. They know what Microsoft is really on. So all of that takes. That's what I'm saying. Those conversations started in the Xbox One era.
Hey,
right?
Brings up an interesting thing. I wonder why, if obviously Jim Ryan knew some of this was coming. He knew it was coming, right? I wonder why he started talking about coming out with all these live service games then. Was this just because we don't have revenue? Or is it also because there's one aspect, because both things can be true. Was it also because he knew Microsoft, because of talks, were going to be bringing these live service games over?
That could be. That is a hell of a point. It's a hell of a point, because if I'm Jim Ryan in that instance, and I say, hey, we should allow these people to bring their live services over to our platform where we don't have no live services games ourselves, and we know most of our community play their live services from games that are not ours, Fortnite, and all these other games, Call of Duty, and they now own one of the biggest games that helped us fund our first party games at Call of Duty. They own that now. You mean tell me? So yeah, if I'm Jim Ryan, we need to make our own shit.
Because COD was caught, the buying of Activision is the thing that caught them off guard. Yeah. That's the thing that caught them off guard. Okay, you're bringing some games over. Okay, these are a little niche game.
Yeah.
But now you went and bought Activision.
Yeah.
So, and I do agree with you. I think Phil should make a dedicated message, because what he hasn't done, he's made his plans known, but he hasn't addressed
the core fan base. None of them.
Not just the core fan base. He hasn't. Yes, you're right. He hasn't addressed some of the, and it's weird to say this about property, people who own your platform. Mm-hmm. He has not necessarily decided, and I don't think he needs to. I don't care if he does or not, but he has not addressed you. Like he knows by them going this way, they have turned a certain segment of their fan base off. I know they see the tweets. Phil says he listens to the shows, and they have not addressed that. They should have already come out and said, listen, we understand that many of you guys are probably hurt by this decision we're making, but no, you will always get the best value to acquire our games on our platform, despite the fact that they will go to other platforms. Now you can put two and two together and get to that. I've gotten to that conclusion. I was never a hardcore Xbox dude, so I don't feel the way that you felt. It's just my console platform of choice. But I can see I'm saving money by having Game Pass. That'll never change. I can put two and two together, and it's not that others cannot, but others have an emotional attachment to these things, and all he needs to do is address that. All right. Now, maybe he plans to, and maybe I don't think it's something that need to be delayed. I think it's something that should have been done already. Because when you come out with this next platform, you're talking about we want people to choose us based on our hardware. Okay, that's great. That's a noble desire. But when you're talking to a core fan base, they not thinking about, oh, you gonna win me over with this great hardware when they feel you just stabbed them in the back.
Exactly.
So that's the thing you need to be addressing right now. Exactly. And right now, because he has not addressed that, I think that's just something that's not good. Now, it could affect future purchasing decisions, and that's not something you want to be waiting on. So you could, yes, they offering all this value, but I mean, you don't address something, people hold on to that. They don't care what value you out here pushing. What do I care what value you out here pushing? I don't know what your messaging is. You like here's the thing. I don't think Fable is coming day and date to PlayStation. But if it does, that's an L. And the reason it's an L, because at least thus far, they have been consistent in terms of what they showed on now, except for the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds 2, when they first announced it, obviously it was coming to Game Pass. I'm not, and now Phil has talked about him not trying to take games away from players. So if he made Outer Worlds 2 exclusive, that would have went against what he said. So that one, not surprised by.
It was announced exclusive though, but keep going.
It was. I think you're right. It was, right?
It was announced.
You're definitely right. It was. Now remember, that's also pre-Activision when they announced that game. So Activision, his messaging is really when he started talking like that. Was around when the Activision stuff happened, right? So that's when his messages started talking about why would we remove games from over there, and then we saw the PS5, logo on that, which nobody was expecting because of the showcase when it got announced. However, South of Midnight, for some reason, didn't go day and date. Avowed, even though Grounded, released on PlayStation at the time, 2024. And what's the other game the Obsidian's done? Pentiment went over there as well. But for some reason, Avowed.
But you know why I think South of Midnight, I think in terms of South of Midnight, I think they was already ingrained in development and focus on the Xbox and PC version. Yeah. I do think they studios have dev kits, PlayStation dev kits now.
Oh, I'm sure they
do. I do think on the side, while they're been prepping for South of Midnight to launch, that they've already started work on the PlayStation version, which might get launched next year. I do think that all the other games that haven't came out that we know about, Gears, even State of Decay, Fable, all of those, by the time they drop, the PlayStation version is already going to be done. I think that's what's been holding up some of the release for these games to become out. I think if they weren't doing this transition to third party, I think a lot of these games would have been out. But I think the holdup has been them transitioning and getting them games moved over to PlayStation and possibly the Switch too.
I can see that.
And when I say this, the Xbox community, they get mad because I'm saying if I'm supposed to be mad. I don't supposed to be happy for every decision that they make, and I shouldn't be happy. If you're happy about everything, if you're, I think it's easy to sit back and you can find the good in anything, just like you can find the bad in something. But when I say I'm a fan of something, I'm a fan of it. But as a fan, you have to right to complain about the decisions that's being made, about the product, how it's being ran, especially if you're investing money into that ecosystem. I don't know why the Xbox community gets mad at people who call out these things, right? You get mad at PlayStation dudes, they do it all the time, right? They call things out on the Xbox side, but then you say you all call things out on the PlayStation side. Then the minute that an Xbox dude recognize these issues, y'all want to say he's not an Xbox fan. So meaning that as long as he's toting the company line, as long as he's telling you the things that you want to hear and that you like, you cool with him. Oh, he's a part of the community. But the minute that he goes against the grain and he starts saying shit that that you don't want to hear, but that you know is facts, you ready to boot him out of the community. You ready to sit in the court. You want to put him on parole or give him life in prison or something. I think that's weird. I really do think that's weird because we say the PlayStation niggas do the same thing and we clown them for it, and then y'all turn around and do the same thing against y'all own. There is no problem with having an issue with the things that you're seeing now and the things that you've been lied to about. Phil Spencer and Xbox, in terms of messaging, in terms of what they said, has lied. Literally, the audio is out there in the interviews, the quotes is out there in the paragraphs, and yet y'all look at me and say, post up. Don't look at that quote. Put a blind over your face. Don't listen to that interview. He ain't really say that. And then you guys do what the PlayStation niggas do. The PlayStation, he didn't really say this. He said this. This is what he really meant by the quote. And then y'all doing the same thing with Phil Spencer. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck. And I should have the ability to call it out without people looking at me saying that you're not a part of the community, that's not Xbox. Because I think the Xbox community is a community full of great gamers, special people that when it's time to stand up for the community and see, they should be able to call it out. And but in this case, and since this shit happened, I done lost followers, not only on the X app, but on YouTube. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I don't want anybody following me that expects me to be a sheep. If your expectations of me is to be a sheep, then you shouldn't be following this channel and you shouldn't be following me on X, because I'm going to speak my opinion. I'm going to say how I feel, and I'm not going to make excuses. Yeah, a lot of times, do I console war? Do I have fun? Yeah. Do I play the devil's advocate sometimes? Do I play both sides sometimes? Yes. That's just me having fun. But when I get serious in terms of things, and you really look at the overall picture and you look at what Play just said, like, hey, it took them he's saying the minimum 2 years. I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking, that's what I'm saying. In order for all of this to take place, the conversations had to start in the Xbox One era.
How many games? Obsidian released 2 games over there, right?
Yeah, they released The Outer Worlds.
No. I'm talking about
Pentiment and Grounded.
I'm talking about one after they got bought by Xbox. Pentiment and Grounded. All right.
Yeah.
Now they did already have experience considering
they
released the Outer Worlds over there.
Yeah. So they already had dev kits.
Right. So I don't know. Well, that's a good question, because when you get bought, when Obsidian, here's the thing. When Obsidian released the Outer Worlds over there and released it on all platforms, the developer agreement was between Obsidian and PlayStation. But when they got bought by Microsoft, that now has to change. So now it doesn't mean that it's not still between Obsidian and PlayStation, but the conflict of interest is now there because you just got purchased by a competitor of ours and you're on our platform. So now it's not just, oh, you have our dead kits. Now, like Microsoft even said it. Let me not be too loud so I don't wake my wife up. Microsoft even said it. We were concerned. We had to trust Sony with our Series X dev kits,
yeah,
to make the show. We had to trust them that they were not going to pretty much reverse engineer our tech. That's really what they're saying right now. All right. Because when you get a dev kit, you show enough. Now it breaks NDA to open them things up, but that don't mean you don't do it, because you can just screw them things back in there. Now you can't put measures in there to detect if somebody's opened it or not. Like, that's possible, but that was what they said. Sony has to have that same concern when it comes to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Are we going to trust that, they're not going to look at our SSD and input-output interface that we have put in there for the speed that we have pushed? Or can we trust Sony not to look at, what makes our velocity architecture and, the quick resume tick?
Yeah.
So they have to do that. And I'm pretty sure them contracts are very detailed in terms of them working together with regards to this. But having said all of that, my concern has always been what just saves me money. So I don't have the same invest, because I was PC, past mostly 2 decades. I didn't get an Xbox. I had a 360 for like a month and had to sell it because of financial times at the time. But Xbox One I didn't get till 2015, something like that. And the reason why, and this is the problem, when the generation started, I got a PlayStation 4. Why? Because of Donnie D's messaging. See, I was the guy who was looking to see what console I was going to get in 2013. I had no allegiance to either one. I was looking to see which console am I going to get. And I hadn't made my decision until Mr. Donnie D and all that messaging came out.
Yeah.
And then finding out the console was weaker. And not only weaker, $100 more expensive. yes, all that stuff got reversed, but I was not all into this, video stuff and all that. Like I wasn't into I didn't have my ear to the ground like I, eventually did in the future. So I was the casual gamer. Oh, bad messaging. Oh, if you don't wanna have to use the internet, we got a console for you. It's the Xbox 360. Like, who does that? Who tells you to go buy their previous product because you don't like the new one coming out? That's a messaging problem. That's why the pre-orders were like 3.4 million to like 768,000 right out the gate. It was because of that. Even though it got all reversed, but the damage was done. Oh, you know. So anyway, they're having the same type of messaging problem now.
Yeah. Now,
And go ahead.
now check this out. Now, Extasa, y'all know the Hispanic dude, the Xbox dude. I don't know if he expanded or Puerto Rican. I do apologize, but um, y'all know he be leaking stuff. But he says, according to sources from Exasa, which informed him of a possible delay around the end of January, the reason for postponing Fable has nothing to do with porting the game to PS5 or even Switch 2 port, which is likely, but rather problems with the game's development time, quality control because of the Forza engine, which was made for racing games. According to his sources, they are making adjustments to the gameplay because the game didn't seem very fun at first, and they're also fixing the pace of progression. So that's come from. And he's very he can be very reliable at times, but I do think it's I think two things can be true. I do still think now whether it's day and date, I don't know. Whether it's a staggered release, we don't know. I think we'll get an announcement at June. I think June will let us know or give us a definitive time where Fable will be released next year, or they might hold it off due to figuring out when GTA is going to release. But I think they all know when GTA going to release already.
Here's the interesting thing about what you just said, folks. Now, Playground Games is known to have been expanding, right?
Mm.
They've been expanding. I know Clobio has put out numerous tweets over the past couple of years about them expanding. All right. You just announced Forza is coming to PlayStation 5. You just announced that a month ago, a couple weeks ago, right? Because it came out after the developer direct, if I recall. It was like a week after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So guess what that tells me? Number one, the engine's already up and running on that console. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not Playground's game's current issue when it comes to Fable, because Forza Horizon 5 is already running over there. That's number one.
That's why I said I don't believe that either.
I don't think it's for that reason. I do think it's for the reason you just read. Because that had been reported, about a year and a half or so ago. And that is that's something very hard to do, to get an engine that's made for a certain type of game to then try to use that engine to do other things. It's normally very limited. That's why, like these, Sony dudes out here bragging about the PS5 Pro is the best place to play Monster Hunter. Things running at 1080p to be up-res. Well, why is it running at 1080p and 720p on the other consoles? It's not really the console hardware. It's because of the RE engine. RE engine is not made for an open world game. It's made for a very linear style, corridor style Resident Evil game, Devil May Cry game. The reason why Street Fighter can run it well, because Street Fighter is the scope is completely different. It's not open world. It's just two dudes on a stage fighting. The background don't even matter. It doesn't even matter what the stage is, because the stages technically are just running locally. Because in Street Fighter 6, unlike any other fighting game that exists right now, if you and I are playing in two different locations, you in Chicago, I'm where I'm at, if I choose stage A, you can choose stage B, and we can fight each other in a multiplayer map, and all you see is your stage, and all I see is my stage.
Exactly.
Because of the way they designed that game. So Street Fighter is not going to really push the RE engine, the RE engine's limits in terms of what type of games you can make, because the actual gameplay doesn't require it. It's just two people, you subtract the numbers and frames or whatever that stuff is.
Yeah.
But Monster Hunter Wilds will push that, because that engine was not made for that type of game. It was made primarily for the corridor, very limited enemies on screen, not having to deal with an open world type of video game. So because this joint's built for racing, I do think it's more of just they got stuff to figure out, because literally they're trying to, with this engine, they're trying to force a square into some triangular hole or something, which is difficult to do. Nate, I don't know why Nate is speculating. Nate, whatever his name is on Twitter.
Like the Drake.
Yes, he's speculating, and people seem to keep missing that word called speculating. You know, this is not like his other tweets when he's giving insider information.
Definitive.
Right. He is speculating, but people are running with speculation like it's fact. So, but why is he able to do that, and why are people able to run with it?
Because his credibility.
Not just his credibility, Phil's messaging.
Yep.
That's why. It leaves room for all of that.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's what I was trying to tell Noah and Mello.
Like, just come out and say all new games will come to Xbox first.
Yeah.
But he can't say that.
Can't say it. He can't say it.
Right.
And that's what I mean in terms of speaking to your core Xbox audience, to say, here, look, we're pushing this multi-platform. We know how you all have felt about our IPs and supported our IPs over the year. We know that some of y'all might be mad, but we can't state this, that although all new IPs are going to other platforms, we will make sure that they come to you first. That you are you know what I'm saying? Things like that, that you all are, who have supported us for so long, are the first in terms of getting access to this IP, and then it will go to, they won't come out and say that or do anything like that. And that was the point I was trying to make with Mello and Noah. And then later in the conversation, Noah goes, well, there is a rumor that Microsoft is doing this. And then Mello was like, yeah, because that's all Z and J Dub been talking about. But y'all just discredited Nathan Drake, who's been getting shit right. And you gonna bring up a rumor with no source and no validity, and then reference Z and J Dub in terms of the direction that Microsoft is going. Yo, that shit was wow. That shit had me rolling. But look, man, we want to thank y'all for pulling up. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I just wanted to go live. It was, some things that we wanted to talk about today. Shout out to Mello and Play and Noah for pulling up and being on time, especially Mello and Noah. So we're gonna try to get back to y'all this weekend. Hopefully some more shit come out this week. I can't wait to June Showcase. June Showcase is going to say a lot for the future Xbox.
Hey,
and
can I talk to you afterwards when you're in the stream?
Yeah.
Right.
June Showcase is going to say a lot for this new Xbox you all about to see in the direction, because I think this showcase is going to be different from previous showcases that y'all been accustomed to. You all pretty much for to see Microsoft become pretty much a full third party publisher right before y'all eyes in June. And that's what Phil meant by when he said, look, we're going to start including all the storefronts that we support in our showcases. And that's Nintendo, that's PlayStation, Steam. So June is going to be a full third party showcase, if that's the case. If Phil's saying, look, we're going to have all these logos included in our showcases from here on out, that lets me know that June is going to be a full third-party showcase. It's not going to be a Xbox showcase. It's going to be a full third-party showcase. And I just hope y'all prepare, get accustomed to Xbox games being announced alongside other platforms, and not just saying, hey, Xbox and PC, but Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, Steam, battle.net or whatever store. But we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna make sure I get the day off. Thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for supporting. I got a just smaller outro, and then we up out of here. It's about 50 seconds. So peace. Y'all have a good one.
Came from the bottom, I ain't trying to go back. Mama said if you want a son, you can't hold back. And I don't plan to. I got a plan or two to shine like the planets do. When you see him from this planet's view. Lately it's been hard, I've been God in my heart. So afraid of the outcome. Can't be afraid to fail, you gotta believe. You got what you need. Don't be flattered by greed, don't overwater my seed. I took the road less traveled. Lost so many homies to the street and that judge's gavel. I watch it all unravel.